name and he appears.
This is a friendship that'll never ever end.
Greetings and welcome to Winning Saturday Night. How's everybody doing out there? Hope you're all doing and living well wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. I'm Morning Reality, if you remember that. That's me. And that's Shelly, if you remember her. She's been around a little bit here and there.
Hi, guys.
We're YouTube streamers from some other part of time and place. And we're here to have a good time with you on this beautiful summer night. So happy you're here to hang out with us. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We're going to have a good time tonight. Why can't I hear a thing?
I don't know. I
I can hear fine. I'm talking about it. All right. So, hey, let's get going. And let's say hello to this awesome crowd there. Let me try to remember what the hell I do when I start a show. That's always fun. Oh, yeah. I thank all of those people who are awesome winners in the winner's circle for supporting the channel. Even on 3 wheels, it's doing great. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you for taking care of us. I'm guessing you guys are still members. I think they're all right there. And thank you again so much for everybody. I appreciate it so much. You guys are awesome. And we are broadcasting live today on YouTube, Rumble, and X. I say that too. And then I say, what show is this? No, it's right here. I come rolling in sideways on a fun winning Saturday night where you are part of the fun. And we're going to have some fun tonight. And we're going to have some, we have some breaking news going on here at 10 o'clock. We're going to go to the Trump address. Of course, because the one time I come back for a fun Saturday night, there had to be something that happens that has to do with politics. So we're going to do that. Not like we wouldn't talk a little bit about that tonight. There's plenty to talk about, I guess. I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, you know. But let me say hello to this awesome crowd out there. Hey guys, hey Heidi, how you doing? How you been? How's it going? I see you've been hanging out. She's like having a goat time over there at Valhalla's goat extravaganza, where you could view goats 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You could probably find Heidi over there. Heidi, how you doing? Thanks for taking care of the Rumble side over there and on the Rumble side doing the Rumble things. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And there we are as we're flashing around, flashing. All right, there is Wolfram. Wolfram, what's up, my friend? How are you doing? Thank you for dropping these links, man. Thank you for dropping these links. I appreciate it. Guys, remember when you're here to always listen to the Wolf. He knows what he is talking about. He sure does. As he wipes his paws and lips. And that's how you know the Alpha Mod is in the house. Snipe, what is up? How you doing? Good to see you. I hope everything is going well. Thank you for being here. There is MJ on the dot. And MJ, how you doing?
MJ.
You guys, there is the cool gamer, the coolest gamer there is right there in the house with us tonight.
Cool gamer.
Yeah. There is cool gamer. Always having a good time. Cool gamer. What games are you playing today? Let us know. If you will, just one time, just once, let me know. And hey, I know I haven't been on the regular here, so I appreciate all you loyal and awesome winners that are here tonight, right now. I'm sure as the word gets out, more people will show, because you know, people they love winning. They love to win, and that's what we do here. That's all we do. And guys, tonight we're gonna do, kind of our Saturday night show, but a little bit different. We'll do some of the segments, but not, particularly all of them. And we'll just do some of them. And oh yeah, there he is. There's T-Rex. Let's go. And best of all, I don't pay property tax. He doesn't. And T-Rex was nice enough. He was nice enough to send us a bunch of videos he did at Dollywood. So we got tons of videos. And I'm a little drunk tonight. Oh yeah. Why? Because you've been drinking the margaritas. We know what you've been doing now. Anna Marie, what's up? Yeah, so throughout the night, we'll be going to different clips of T-Rex from his trip to Dollywood this year. And
hey, Donna.
He had an action-packed time full of all kinds of fun stuff. And boy, oh boy, we're going to have a good time with that. So anyways, Shelly, don't let me talk all night long. Shelly is now going to Shelly's now going to catch you up on everything for the last several days that's been going on in her life. Hey, Serene Pickle over there on Rumble. How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome to the show. You're just in time for Shelly's updates. Dun, dun, dun. I don't have a song for that. I need an intro. Shelly's updates. They're here.
How many energy drinks did you have today? I'm just asking.
Are you already trying to blow the gigs up? The gigs up? Are you already trying to train wreck the freaking place? Jacob Castro, what's up? How you doing, dude? Good to see you. I've only had one. I'm just happened to be in an energetic, good mood because I haven't done this in a while.
That's awesome.
Isn't it? It's great.
It is.
Let's not ruin that. Okay, good. All right. Where is Jacob Castro? How have you been, dude? I wanted to ask you, have you used the new Rumble Studio? Are you using that yet? Because I know you're pretty exclusive to Rumble. Did I actually do that?
Hi, Bobby. Welcome. And tell Shelly.
By Graftar's hammer, by the sons of Warvan, I shall avenge you.
Jacob Castro, Bobby Bologna. What's up? How you doing, Bobby? I can see that you've changed your avatar for Pride. There you go. I'm here to troll Heidi. Why you're here to troll Heidi? Why are you going to troll Heidi? What'd she do to you? All right. Well, welcome, Bobby. Good to see you. I guess happy Pride Month. I don't know what that's about, but I like it. Oh yeah, you're a pretty girl.
So
girl.
pretty.
I'm a pretty girl.
So pretty.
Not Jacob style. Nope. It's not dystopian bunker enough for Jacob. So but what if not Fallout Shelter enough? I'm trying to think of something. Amazing Disgrace starting us off. How you doing? Good to see you're still in the fight. Missed you guys. Have missed you too. Amazing Disgrace. How you doing? And thank you for getting us going tonight. As being the first amazing person to send a super chat, and we'll get this thing nice and warmed up for you. Let's do a classic. Let's do the classic super chat. There you go. There we go. The good old classics. Everybody loves a classic.
That one in a while.
Shelly's gonna get you updated, and then I'll update you on because I got some things I'm doing here on the side for the show. This is for your enjoyment to make sure it's the best, most high quality random appearance show in history. And so while I'm doing that, Shelly's going to mesmerize you with her amazing updates, and then I will come in and I'll give you some updates as well. And then we'll get on a rolling. Did someone else come in here? Bobby, Marie. Okay, we're all good. What's going on the Rumble side? Cat Ninja's here. What's up, Cat Ninja? We got 17 over. Oh, there I see you. You're over there on the Rumble side, Cat Ninja.
Rumble, yeah. If you wanted to be invisible, I just blew your whole thing up. So that didn't work out. All
right. Hey, good to see everybody on the Rumble side. Good to see so many people. If you're new here, please hit the follow on. I still hit the follow on the Rumble side. Let's just keep collecting. I got a lot of good content that's sitting out there that should be watched. It's educational stuff. It's the right time, right place stuff. Things like that. This think of this channel as your catalog of information, a wealth of resources on any topic. I bet you if you come across a topic, you'll be like, I bet Winning's covered that at some point. Let's go get his take on it. And it's probably already here. So there you go. Shelly, updates. Here we go.
All righty. All right. That was a very gentle handoff. Thank you. Let's see. What am I? I mean, y'all know, I still got to deal with Mother Perez, but I mean, that's a daily occurrence. But what I have been doing is I have been driving, y'all. It's been like only 2 weeks, but I've been going further and further out and getting lost. And, because I like to get lost on purpose. taking my kids out with me, and they're all excited. They're very like, "Oh my God, you're driving!" Because my daughter doesn't remember way back when I drove because it was a long time ago, and my son never really saw me drive except maybe like one or two emergencies where I had to drive. So he was very impressed with me. He was like, "Wow!" He was like, "You didn't even hesitate." He was like, "You just pulled right out. I thought you'd be like, all right, I turned the car on. That's enough for today." I was like, "Nope." I took the car right out. I was like, "Let's go." But because I like to just say, right or left. Fuck it. Let's go right. We go right, and we went right this time, and I wound up at the top of a mountain because I live on a mountain, but I wound up on the tippy top where the ATVs go, and my car was not meant to be there. And so, because it went from a paved road to a dirt road to a really narrow dirt road to the top of a hill that you could look straight down and go, like, nope. And there was nowhere to turn around, and there was no way to back down the mountain. So I made it down the mountain, but when we got to the bottom, my son was very calm. My 18-year-old was right next to me. He was very calm. He was like, "It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You're doing good." And we get to the bottom, and he let out this huge breath and goes, "Oh my God, that obviously wasn't our time because God left us." He was like, "But oh my God, I thought we were going to die." He was very calm about it though. But Mama did it. I made it down the mountain in a very not made for mountains kind of car. And that was my big adventure. So I just thought, you guys, if ever you think you're about to, like crash and burn, just, white knuckle it, hold your breath, concentrate, and you can get through it. Because if I can make it down that mountain in one piece, y'all can do anything.
That's saying. Right. She sure can. Mm-hmm. She's been out driving and doing racing all kinds of hell around.
I'm proud of that. Thank you.
Yep.
Come on, true. No fear, no hesitation. I just
zero miedo.
They don't know what that is.
They know what that means. They know what that means. Zero miedo. You know what it means. It means zero fear. Updates from my end. Well, we got Shelly's. Did you tell him you're able to break boards with your head again?
No. I figure when I could do it just with my thoughts, then I'll tell them, because that's really an accomplishment. We all know I'm hard-headed, so that never changed.
I have quit tobacco 100%. That's my thing.
Me too.
That's what's going on.
Have
you too? Really?
Yes, I have not had a cigarette in. Shut up. I have not had a cigarette in what? 3 weeks.
3?
Yeah, since my mother went to the hospital.
It's been. I don't know. It's been a month or so more for me. But I did pick up some vapes. So, but but hey, man, one thing at a time. This is the very last thing here. Next to the caffeine, tonight's stream is sponsored by C4. 200 milligrams of caffeine to drink. I got creamsicle right here going on. Of course, I don't really have sponsors. I don't do any kind of products at all, and I certainly don't counterfeit any fucking X. All right, don't go get a goddamn wild hair up your ass and delete my 80 follower bot channel. All right. Because most of those people are bots and they need a place to live. Damn it. All right. Like I said, we're going to be checking in with the wild adventures of T-Rex at Dollywood. That's going to be one of our features this evening, as well as the Trump address, which is coming up. Now, in case you don't know, T-Rex did go to Dollywood this year, and he was nice enough to send us a lot. He did something kind of like a roving reporter thing for us. And look, Snipe, good. I got you right there on screen, buddy. I got you right there. Smoked half a cigarette once. So good. You quit too. That's awesome. He's quitting too. MJ just quit by never starting. That's awesome. Congrats.
That's the best way to do it.
Yep. I'll be starting my by the way, before we get started with the T-Rex on the spot, and the video clips of him at Dollywood where he had a good time.
You will be
fish
starting.
roe tasted like fish oil capsules tasted like. Oh, how about that? Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? The I'll be starting full-time employment this week coming up, and all kinds of cool stuff. We get ready for that. Just doing all that stuff, man. So we're ready to rock and roll, high kick and karate style. And yes, indeed. Now, as you know, that when they get to Dollywood, everybody met up at this big kind of like room, I guess, or something like that. I don't know, some kind of room. I don't know what it was. There's some kind of like back room somewhere, seedy back room.
Like a little banquet hall.
It's like some kind of, I don't know what it was, but in case you guys didn't know, they were there for a couple different nights, and then they went to Dollywood during the day. But T-Rex sent us some videos of their meetup, and it looks like he was there he was really kind of like the life of the party, if you will. And so he sent us a clip of I guess the first night when he got there, he got his guitar out, and you guys probably don't know this, but he can play guitar. He got his guitar out, and he showed us a little clip of one of the songs at the end of the song he was playing. So let's take a look at this clip. This little clip of T-Rex playing his hit song. So here we go.
Best of all, I don't pay property tax. Now go fuck yourselves. Best of all.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for that, T-Rex. Yep. That was a good one. And so, yeah, they did that. And then
T-Rex been working out.
He has. It's, truck drivers do that. Yep. That's right. Yeah. So they had a good time, and everybody loved it. And like I said, he was kind of the main thing. He was the big attraction.
Social butterfly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's got the talent to take over any place he's at. So
that magnetism.
Yeah. Jacob's behind. All right. Thank you for that, Jacob. Thank you for the update on Rumble Studio. I appreciate it. Lefty, lols.
Lefty.
Well, that's coming up. I actually have Trump coming on the show in about
40 minutes.
40 minutes. Trump will be here to answer questions about that. And hey, look, we're going to get into it. We saw a little bit of T-Rex there on his first night. Everybody just got there, so he couldn't wait to pull out the guitar and start playing. Hey, Danielle, how you doing?
Hey, Danielle. Hi,
how are you doing? How are you doing? So yeah, that was the first night, and then the second night they had him up on stage, and they put a stage together because I guess he was so good the first night. They're like, well, we gotta soak this butter in here. So that's right. So the second night he got on stage, and then he played another song. So here's a little bit of that.
Best of all, I don't pay property tax. Now go fuck yourselves.
Yeah. So there you go. Another one of his hit songs.
Short but sweet.
Yep.
He's got away with words. I'll give him that.
He does. He's really good.
He does.
I think he probably has an album coming out soon. But yeah, we got plenty more, and we'll be checking back in with some more stuff from T-Rex as the show progresses. How did that happen? Because he was out in Dollywood. He did some interviews with people. He met some interesting people. He went to some interesting places and all that. Yeah, it's real catchy, isn't it? It's real catchy. It is. He had a good time. So, okay. So, everybody wants to talk about Lefty came in here and wants to talk politics. He's a gamer. So of course he does. You know, this channel is all about politics. If you want politics, go to Lefty's channel. That's all it is. It's all he'll talk about, no matter where he goes, because that's all he knows, right? And I'm projecting there. The
a little bit.
I'm laughing about the rate, he has his channel's about politics, so obviously that's all he's going to talk about if we bring him on. So yeah, okay.
I mean,
sure, I have nothing else to talk about. Anyways, yeah. So here's my think about it. Here's my thought about it. Good. All right. That's my thought about it. We're not going. It's not a declaration of war. We didn't do any. How many times have other of the establishment presidents like just bombed ruthlessly forever for regime change? This was to stop nuclear development in the leading the leading country that sponsors terror in the world. I mean, if we're going to do it, this is probably the place to do it, right? And evidently, as T-Rex, he's everywhere. U.S. blow up Iran muscular facility. See, we had to get rid of their. We had to get rid of their muscles. They are getting too strong. I mean, they might start beating us up. I don't know if that was a Freudian slip. I have no idea what was going on there. Hey, the muscular facilities are gone now. So there'll be no working out in Iran anymore.
Shit, I'm crying.
Yeah. No more working out. Hong Kong, it's break can news. Hong Kong from Canada. How you break can news? What's up, break can news? I like your name. Break can news. It's like breaking news, but like break can news for Canada. I love it. I love it. And welcome to the show. Welcome to Winning Saturday Night on the Rumble side there. Please, please, please. I got to have you as a follower with a name like that. So make sure you hit the follow. Because I appear here every now and then, and we have a good time. All right. I got tons of past content. Check out my past content. Check out my playlists, and you can find all that stuff. But right now we're chilling because we're chilling these days. So anyways, yeah. I told y'all. We know you're. We know that you're drunk because we've seen what you do. We know what you like to drink too. Like here's a short clip of T-Rex walking into literally walking into Dollywood. Here he is. Oh shoot.
Oh god.
Best of all, I don't pay property tax. Now go fuck yourselves.
See, he's still feeling it from the night before. He's still feeling it from the night before. She read it again.
Every time I see muscular facility, I hear that too. We're gonna pump you off. I don't know.
Not anymore.
That's how my brain works. One
strike, one message. What did he say? He gave him a 2 weeks notice, right? He gave him 2 weeks notice and said, "I'd knock it off if I was you." Now, who's gonna mess with him? He did a precision strike, took out all their shit, and now who's gonna mess with him? Who's gonna say he's not gonna do what he says he's gonna do? And of course, all the napkin farters are out there crying. They're crying, "Oh my God, it's war!" And then people are like, "He didn't ask us if he could throw a war." It's not war. How many drone strikes did Obama launch without any kind of congressional approval? How many times?
How many bad ones did he launch?
How much money did Biden give Iran? How many billions in cash did he give? He didn't give you billions in cash, did he? He gave Iran billions in cash. Didn't he? He sure did.
They definitely financed them into a nuclear capability.
What is it? Hold on. What was that thing you sent me that dude said? Joey Manhattan?
Yeah, that's the one.
Joey Manhattan said it best. Donald Trump ended Iran's nuclear capabilities in one single night, and no American troops were harmed in the process. It's a masterful operation. Not a single leak got out about it, by the way, which says great things about our the administration that we have now, that how good they've done it getting rid of the assholes. And he gave them 2 weeks notice and struck them 3 days later. I mean,
that's right out of the Crazy Girlfriend handbook.
where is the green-eyed?
Be unpredictable.
Yes. So let's remember how we got here, guys. Hillary Clinton supplied Iran with uranium to enrich their nuclear program because she's awesome, right? This is a loving and friendly way to help arm terrorists. Barack Obama gave Iran $1.7 billion that they used to fund their nuclear program, and Joe Biden unfroze over $16 billion of funds for Iran. So yeah, let's all keep this in perspective here. And anybody who wants to try to rock the boat or whatever, you know, you can say it's about Israel and people can do that. But you know, we'd still, even if Israel wasn't there, we still would want them not to have nuclear weapons because they sponsor terrorism all over the world, right? Or the ability to make them. So they're on the no-no list. They've earned that place on the list, and I don't give a fuck about, you know, what made this come about. Maybe they got intelligence that you know, they're ramping this stuff up, and that's why it happened. There's going to be things we just don't know. I mean, honestly, are you that mad about it? Are you that mad about it? Deep down inside of you, that
pretty much what we all voted for, isn't it?
I mean, I don't really care. They bombed the hell out of all the Platinum Fitnesses and the Crunch facilities. Yes, they did. You know, now trainees can't shower in the women's room. No, not anymore. It's always been blows up the taxpayer. It's always blows up the taxpayers' faces. Like things were, it blew up in their taxpayers' faces. But they, you know, we've already paid for this shit. So money to Iran, and we basically financed. We basically blew up everything we paid for, which I think makes us even, right? Money to Iran, open borders, all these messes Trump had to clean up. And MJ, you nailed that. And that's what he's been doing. So hail to the chief. We didn't go to war. This isn't a declaration of war. It's just a friendly hello. It's a friendly hello. And you know, that's it. That's it.
I love that he gave them 2 weeks and then hit them in 3 days. That's awesome. That is so awesome. That is legit crazy ex-girlfriend kind of like, yep. Good, because they should be afraid of us. You said 2 weeks. I changed my mind. I changed my mind.
Is that Wolfram? Did you change your name over on Rumble, or do you have a nice wolf friend over there with you? Archon. I reckon.
T-Rex said fart. So he's probably hysterical right now.
Trump blowed them up with. Oh Jesus!
I'm saying he's probably hysterical right now.
Everybody say hello to Avatar. Hey,
Avatar. Aw. Why, they don't get your face?
They will in a second.
Time to take a drink. He doesn't like to drink or eat on camera because he thinks it's rude. Hi, Kay Marshall.
Kay Marshall. Here comes Kay. Here comes Kay. Here comes Kay. It's Kay Marshall. All right. Welcome, Kay. How you doing? Good to see you.
T-Rex. Bonus hole was funny, but it wasn't near as funny as fifth base. I still don't understand what fifth base is. I mean, unless that's the bonus hole. Just saying.
Oh my God. Don't. You just figured out what fifth base is.
No.
You didn't even mean to do it. You didn't even mean to do it. You did it in a Shelly way.
See, and that's why it's against the rules and not allowed to come into play. So there you go. That's a no-no. Mm-mm. How you doing, Heidi? Rumble is messing with me.
Stop.
Going back to YouTube. Oh no. What's the world coming to when YouTube is behaving better than Rumble? Uh-oh. Bobby, wait, what? Wait, what? Yeah, that one goes way back. Way back. Over a year. Apparently, if you talk to T-Rex about, like making out with a girl or whatever, there's a fifth base. And I can't figure out, other than a bonus orifice, how you would get to fifth base. Like, and no, just no. Like, he really thought like the home run was like fifth base. No, there's no 5 bases in baseball. There's no crying in baseball. There's no 5 bases in baseball. Fifth base is the bonus. The bonus hole is way back. Oh, Lord. Y'all are degenerates. Shelly Way is the best way. Yep. That's no way. That's a no. That's a foul. That's a you're out. That's a no calling the game on account of rain and stupidity. No bonus, nothing. That's right. When he's just sitting there, just humoring me. He's like, "Oh, just let her go. Just let her.
Just let her go. Let her go. Let her finish. Best if you just let her finish."
Reminds me, ever do the elevator test? Do I want to know what that is? I'm not looking it up. I don't look things up anymore. Google is not my friend. Like, it's just not. Look, I'm just saying I go after older women, and well, the stink is tighter. T-Rex, really? Really? You're gonna put that out there?
Oh, T-Rex. So let's go back to Dollywood and check out some more of T-Rex's on-the-spot interviews. Here we go.
I want to know what he's drinking.
Here's another one. He's drinking margaritas, obviously. Look, that's his favorite drink.
Who is your favorite YouTube streamer?
Definitely winning reality.
Look at that. Even in Dollywood.
Who is your favorite YouTube streamer?
They know all about it, dude. They know all about it in Dollywood. Thank you. I hope that was a subscriber there. Please let us know how that's working out.
Fifth base is the dugout. Wait, that sounds dirty. Yes, it does, Libby. Shame on you. Shame on you. Tell Dawn to go get the handcuffs and the whip. Italian champagne. That's what you're drinking? Italian champagne? To what do we owe that honor? He said, well, Italian sparkling wine. What? Next you're going to tell me it's like Prosecco. Like, oh, okay. I hope you put sugar in it. Did T-Rex get a motorboat in on Dolly? Shit, I would have. I would have. I'd be like, please. It's not like they're really yours anymore anyway. I know some insurance company owns them. How much do you think Dolly insured her boobs for?
All of it.
Because I'm pretty certain that she insured those suckers. No pun intended. Listen, like, what was that chick's name that had the big mole on her face? The model, Cindy Crawford. She insured, I think, her legs and what we call it, her skin, like her face, for I don't know how many millions and millions and millions. Because you figure if that stuff goes, they're done. They have no other skills. I mean, Dolly, at least, she's got money and everything, but I'm pretty sure her boobs were insured. Bobby said her boobs will be here 1,000 years from now. Yep, because silicone never dies. It does not biodegrade. T-Rex said, well, today is the day I got to celebrate my birthday because last weekend I was sick with the Danish flu. I want to know what you and Baker were up to that he passed you germs, because it's a little iffy. I need more details than that, T-Rex. I need to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Just saying. Just saying. MJ and her voice. Yes, absolutely. I love Dolly's voice. I do. Nobody else. They can't even mimic her voice. They try so hard. Can't do it. Can't do it. They'll be examining the technology to keep all that skin tape together. I'll tell you something. For her age and everything that she's done, I mean, she spent most of her life on the road, like doing shows and everything. Like, she's toured a lot. That ages them. You never notice how much that ages people? She looks damn good. I don't care how much of her is plastic or resculpted or stapled. I don't care if you pull a string in her back and she's like, "Hi, I'm Dolly." Like, I don't care. She looks good. Dolly achieved this singularity 20 years ago. Reba McEntire is better than Dolly Parton. Sacrilege. Bite your tongue. Reba McEntire wouldn't be anywhere without Dolly Parton. Jesus. T-Rex, I'm wishing horrible things on you right now. Just to be perfectly honest. Do not disparage Dolly. I got nothing against Reba, but no. Look what Valhalla Baker and I got up to in corner alleys is left up to the imagination. I mean, I'd really rather not imagine the three of you. Don't be offended or anything, but I don't know. My head is full of, like, one thing. But yeah, no. The three of you in the alley, I'll pass. Baker's the older woman he was referring to. MJ, on the road and staying married. The two go hand in hand. I bet you anything it made their time together very, very precious because she was always out. So she got to have her life. He got to have his life. He had security all around, in every way, shape, or form. She wasn't going to cheat on him. I think that made for a pretty good marriage. T-Rex, winning, do the Dolly impression of Shelly. How about we don't? Bafangula asado de mamada. How about that? Baker sounds very zesty. Come on, Bobby. You know who Broken Baker is. He's a little spicy sometimes. He's got a thing about cheese. I don't know. He's against cheese danishes or some shit like that. I don't know. Sounds iffy to me. Danishes are good. MJ, my dad worked all the time. That's how my parents stayed married. I believe it. Because my grandfather and grandmother got along very well when he was in the gas station and she was in the house. They didn't contact each other. Could you imagine this generation or the generation before this last one understanding that our parents and us, essentially, we would go out of the house really, really early in the morning and go to work. We'd drive there. No GPS, no cell phone. We didn't call home to say, hey, we're on our way. We didn't get texts all freaking day long. You went to work or school all day. You didn't talk to anybody else from home because you were busy doing what you were doing. Okay. You go have lunch somewhere. Lunch is usually in a brown paper bag, whatever, you bring it with you. Go back to work. You go all the way home. You show up in time for dinner. Everybody shows up for dinner, sits down, and talks to one another over dinner about what they did all day because they didn't stay in contact all day long, so they had shit to talk about. They don't get this concept. They're like, oh, there's nothing to talk about. What? They wouldn't.
Nope. That's true. I believe you.
Wait, I gotta go.
All right, so let's check back in with T-Rex at Dollywood for another fantastic clip. I think he was actually asking people about what we're talking about here. Here we go.
What is a bonus hole?
There you go.
Oh God.
I know. The fun never stops. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
But it was so much more than that. I mean, he was out there all day long, asking questions, having a good time. And he was asking questions. Yeah, well, yeah, it does. We did that one. So okay. Okay, so yeah, he was asking questions too about people who had been watching the stream, about the things that went on, right? He was just trying to come up with, he's really good at this stuff. He's really good at trying to come up with, questions and engagement and whatnot. So here's another one. He was asking just a bunch of random questions. It's like, here's another one right here. Wait.
Who did Shizzy Wiznut say was the best kisser at this year's Dollywood?
He said it was the expert by a long shot.
Well, there you go. Yeah. So the good thing she's watching the stream and paying attention, right? People do watch that. They do watch it. Mm-hmm.
That was a good one.
Yeah. T-Rex, we really do appreciate you to sharing all this with us. He was out there all day long in that sun drinking. How many margaritas did you have? You seem to have had quite a few. And keep them coming. That's what he always says.
Mm-hmm.
Keep them coming.
Notice they were all green.
They have green for dinosaur.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's right. These are coming in. These are making it out there, right? Okay, good. This all tied thing together nicely. It's 200 tight. 6? No, you had 6 an hour. It seems like more like 6 an hour. And T-Rex is like he got recognized, but then when he did, he didn't really know what to do with it. Like kind of like in this clip, I think. He's like, yeah.
If I said you had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? Probably not.
No, T-Rex. You're supposed to say yes. You're supposed to say yes. I think see, then this clip proves it. He's been getting advice from the wrong person. And so
the answer is always yes.
You're supposed to listen to me for advice about this stuff, not anybody else. But when you go to the wrong person for advice, this happens. So
If I said you had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me?
Probably not.
Damn it, Shizzy. These lines suck. If I said you had a beautiful...
you can't get... No. You can't go to that. No. That's not where you want to get your help from. At all. See,
damn it, Shizzy.
But he learned his lesson. He did, because he did call me. He did say he was going to call. He called me. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He did. And thanks to his good buddy Winning Reality, he did manage to meet a girl when he was there. He did. He did. And so now I think he's got a little budding romance. Let's see.
T-Rex here with my new girlfriend. Some people say I'm robbing the cradle, but I'd say she's robbing the extinction list.
T-Rex. T-Rex, love that line. He's always having a good time. Always having a good time. That's right. Yep. T-Rex is here. They are. Yeah. My God. Yep. Okay. Don't blow the bit up, buddy. Don't blow the bit up. All right, here we go. So here we are.
So, darling, what has been your favorite ride so far?
Definitely Mount T-Rex.
Oh,
so, darling.
Oh,
spicy.
She said her favorite ride was Mount T-Rex. I didn't even know they had that ride there. That's crazy. I've never really been to Dollywood, so I don't know. I don't know. But you can tell he had
It's the Roaring
lot of fun.
Rapids.
He had a lot of fun, lot of fun, lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look! I found a picture. I found the. I think this was like one of the only ones with you and Baker. I don't know what Baker's doing. I guess he was. He said he ended up being very sick. All right, being very sick, and so this is probably what I guess this is the only one before he disappeared. He got really sick, right? And then he got everybody else sick. They had the Danish flu. Is that what happened? So. Yeah, here's the one clip I think is just of him and within it. I don't know. I might have to dig through all the ones you sent me, and I might find another one. But here it is, right here. Let's see.
Have you ever made it to fifth base? Have you ever made it to fifth base?
No.
Oh. That is.
Have you ever
Thank
made
you
it to
so
fifth
much for
base?
that
Yeah,
winning.
I can see why everybody got sick. I can see why everybody got sick.
Oh,
Yes.
saw a boot come out of
He
there.
looks like he was really, really, really sick. His nose was red and he was very, very stuffy and sneezy. And I guess it was really taking it
And
out
all
of
the
him.
other dwarves.
Yep.
10 minutes to the address.
Address.
Yeah, the
How long do you
Trump
think the address will be?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Okay, well here's another. This is when like people ask him questions, but I guess.
Have you ever made it to fifth base?
Who was that? Was that Farrell? Who was that? I don't know who all was there. There's different people that were there, so that might have been her. I have no idea who that was. Let's see. Well, we'll save some of these for later. Yes. But I could tell you at the end that the end of it is pretty awesome. So I just didn't. Yeah, it didn't seem like. Did it snow when you were there? All right, where are we at, guys? What we got? Okay, enough of T-Rex hogging the spotlight. God, can't take that guy anywhere. Like him stealing the show.
Does this Baker have a first name? Yes, Broken.
Broken.
Like so many of us. So many
Bob
of
the
us.
Breaker. You know who his girlfriend is? Patty Cakes.
Jackass.
That's it. Patty Cakes.
Alrighty. Was there
That's
a
right.
Donnie
Miss
Baker
Cakes.
on the Bob and Tom show? What the hell? I have no idea what that means, but it's funny. Oh God. That
Hello,
was Farrell's.
Avatar.
No, Avatar. Hello, Avatar. Vinning. That's my vinning. Vinning reality. Donnie Baker was funny. Who the hell is Donnie Baker? What am I missing? I hate when stuff goes over my head.
Which is pretty much
do.
everything. You're only 5'3". I mean, come on.
God, short jokes. That's low.
Who loves
Literally.
short jokes? He loves short jokes.
I am a short joke.
A walking short joke. Bob and Tom.
I don't know the Bob and Tom show.
You might not want to know T3 Patty Cakes. Patty Cakes is actually Baker's man.
He bakes a cake as fast as he can.
Yep. That is the little secret, the little thing we don't talk about. That's the little thing we don't talk about here. But over there in Denmark, it's, I guess he's from Denmark, right?
Yep.
It's perfectly normal. Perfectly normal.
I worked for Danish people. There's nothing perfectly normal about them. I worked for them for 10 years. Shit.
You get sugar tea. Sugar tea.
They have that weird ass.
Where are we at here? 10 minutes. But we got 6 minutes for
Erasmus
Trump. Trump will be here for his exclusive statement in just 6 minutes. I guess I should find out if that link works. Let's see. White House.
I sent you.
We're going to go to the White House. Are we going to do the White House tonight, guys? You don't want to miss it. Oh, it's live. Okay, hold on. I'm sure they'll
Donna,
make us wait
you're
an hour.
4'11". Oh my God, I'd feel so tall
moly,
next
chicken
to
pie.
you. I would love to stand next to you. I would feel so tall. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
That would
you
be
got
awesome.
an invite. You've got an invite. You
That
might
would
be the special
awesome.
3.
Yep, you'll make me feel like I'm 5'5". Oh my goodness. Listen,
Look,
I love the container on top of the refrigerator.
We'll begin shortly.
Yes, yes.
We'll begin shortly. He's listening. Thank you, Mr. President. Always with the he's so funny. Always coming in with the humor.
Mm-hmm.
Don't we love it? We love it.
We
Right, Shelly?
love it. We
This is
love
more
it.
like
Yes,
it
we
here.
do. There you go.
This is more like it.
I like it. I like it very much.
You're like a talking button on my jacket.
Oh well.
That would work, right?
Be your little, it's just a little button. It's like,
Just a little
Jiminy
button.
Cricket. Oh my God, I'm Jiminy Cricket. I'm your conscience. You're screwed. If I'm your conscience.
Do we need these name tag things? I think everybody knows who we are, right?
Yeah, I think they know who we are.
You guys know who we are?
Sure, people
Yeah.
got no reason. Thanks a lot, Snipperoonie.
Oh, something's happening. Nothing's happening. All right. Here we are up
devil on your
side
shoulder.
together, say. All right.
Thank you.
Back over here.
I'll be right back. I have a cat knocking on my door. I'll be right back.
Is that like 70s lingo jazz or something? Well, while she's gone, it'll just be the two of us. I mean, just us. There we go. How you guys doing? It's been a long time. Let's talk. Oh, look, Shelly's back. Talk like this. I'm just playing around with all these settings since I pay for them and don't use them. There we go. How about this? Oh, look at that. It's the good old days. Remember the good old days? Back in the good old days?
Sorry
Is
about that.
this the one that... Oh, yeah, you back?
Mhm. Don't sound so thrilled. Ass.
She's back.
The cat was literally knocking on the door. Like, so I had to let her in.
Ah,
She's hungry. You keep a knocking, but you can't come in. More like knock 3 times on the ceiling.
all right. What do you think Trump's going to say? Hold on, I got to put this up here so people that randomly stop by know that's about to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, today we kicked the shit out of Iran. Other people said they'd do it. They never did anything. Let us remember that all the other assholes that were in charge made this happen. And I took care of it. Oh, man. The Spurg is going to be real out there in TDS land. The Spurg is real.
Oh, yeah.
In TDS land. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sorry about that, Heidi. YouTube loves to kick people.
Bonjour.
I'm really just kind of hoping that he gets up there and goes, yeah, I planned it and we did it.
It's all,
and
I'll be like,
but I didn't like their attitude, so oh well, and I'll get over it.
I hope he like, let's take a look at the footage and let's play it in slow motion. He like plays it over and over again. It's beautiful. Let's watch it one more time. Memento Mori is just in time for the show. What's up, Memento Mori? How you doing? One of our OGs is in the house. Goes way back is Memento Mori. All right.
I mean, I knew certain things, but you just turned into a horse. All righty. Big, beautiful bomb. We sent the most big, beautiful bombs over there. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And just a reminder, we have like all kinds of sweet, awesome super chat clips if you'd like to participate. Oh yeah. Well, let's see. I got all kinds of fun clips to play. Of course, tonight's all a bit about T-Rex's trip to Dollywood. So what T-Rex was asking about, he said he didn't remember the fart napkin thing. So
would you use fart napkins to stop climate change?
Yes, I'm ready to start today.
Yeah, those crazy leftists. They'll do anything. So
crazy. That's so crazy.
They will do anything the establishment tells them to do because they're under mind control.
Mm-hmm. They are the sheep, the puppets. They will.
But the spin will be real. The spin will be real. Like, okay, let's go ahead and just put our predictions out there for everything that's going to come out of this. There'll be the dumbasses who think that he needed a declaration of war to drop a bomb on a nuclear facility in a country that's already been told not to have nuclear bombs. That the establishment funded, so they have them. So that's why they're going to be mad. There'll be calls for impeachment. The articles of they'll come out there. All the TDS burgers out there. And on various social media platforms that, you may or may not belong to. They will be confirming their bias together over and over again, forgetting the past, erasing the past from their minds, as they proclaim all kinds of craziness, and they will have a glimmer of hope, thinking this will be the thing that will get them back into power. But it won't, because there has been absolutely devastation to the Democrat Party from the time that we last spoke till now. It's even gotten worse. They got people like David Hogg in charge. AOC is, their leading, I don't know, candidate or voice, some progressive bartender from Bronx. And she just not doing very well against Trump, a Trump-like Republican, even, right? Sandy the bartender wants to be president. I can do it. She's the one. Sandy, what will you say next? Sandy the bartender, always sounding like a drunk bitch behind the bar. Here we go. Yay. Oh boy. Dun 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 dun. There's JD Vance. There is
thank you very
Marco,
much.
And there's Pete.
A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime: Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Woo-hoo. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier. For 40 years, Iran has been saying death to America, death to Israel. They have been killing our people, blowing off their arms, blowing off their legs with roadside bombs. That was their specialty. We lost over 1,000 people and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. In particular, so many were killed by their general, Qasem Soleimani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before. And we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines tonight, and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades. Hopefully, we will no longer need their services in this capacity. I hope that's so. I also want to congratulate the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Raisin Kane, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight, not even close. There has never been a military that could do what took place just a little while ago. Tomorrow, General Kane, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth will have a press conference at 8 a.m. at the Pentagon. And I want to just thank everybody, and in particular, God. I want to just say, we love you, God, and we love our great military. Protect them. God bless the Middle East. God bless Israel, and God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Short and sweet and back.
Wow.
Drinks on me, fellas. Drinks on me. There we go. Short and sweet. There you have it. Thank you.
Huh.
All right. Woo. There we go. Yes, we do. All right.
Yes, we do.
Amen to that. All right. So anybody mad we stopped the terrorist, or I mean, can we complain? That was it. It's like,
I mean, they're always going to complain.
It was so short and sweet. Yeah, it was short and sweet. Like, oh, how dare he take out the nuclear facilities of the biggest terrorist on earth? Oh, how dare he do? He doesn't have a constitution. Yeah, he does. He's the commander in chief. He can do stuff. We're not going. This isn't a declaration of war. We're not invading. We're just saying, hey, kiss the principal. What? Kiss principal. Short and sweet. But we did. I wish we didn't have to either. You know, if they would just listen. If the criminal, corrupt establishment would just stop giving them billions of our dollars, you know, I think that might help. Don't you guys think that might help if they stop giving out billions and billions of our dollars to terrorists?
Grimmy.
That might help. Grimm's Bar, what's up? The strike was conducted with a heavy heart. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right.
Yeah, nobody wanted to stir that hornet's nest. Nobody.
But
what are you going to do? You're going to let them keep getting stronger until eventually they are a potential threat up there like Russia and everything? Like, no. You got to be preemptive now. You can't just, let's just wait and see. No, let's not wait and see.
So now Tim Pool owes me money. I just want to say that.
Okay.
He owes me quite a bit of money. Well, he put out a video saying in his new stint as a semi conspiracy grift But he put out a video, and in it he says, "I bet they'll come up with some reason to go to war with." He thought it was like he thought that he for some reason he thinks that neocons are still in charge. Like remember when they did the whole dog and pony show to get us to go to war with Iraq?
Mhm.
You know, oh, they got weapons of mass destruction, and said, "Well, I bet you they'll put troops in the area, and then they'll have some kind of attack. I'm gonna say it was Iran, and so that'll be our excuse to go to war with them." Nope. I see. He goes, "I bet within the next week or two, that's what will happen." I was like, "I'll take that bet." I said it right in the comments, so you can't deny it. I said, "I'll take that bet, Tim." I said it. So this isn't the 90s or this isn't like post 9/11, like what is, but not immediately. This is the neocon. This isn't the neocon GOP where they have to fabricate shit or create some kind of like false flag or some kind of made up story to manufacture consent for a long drawn out regime change type war. That's not what this case is at all. They don't need to do that. And as we have seen, that's not how it played out at all. So take that and put that in your pipe and smoke it.
There you go.
Yeah. Pay up. Pay up. Pay up. Pay up. Pay up. Yep. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes, guys. So what do you guys think here? Let's talk to the crowd here for a minute. Death of people is always unfortunate. My prayers for their soul, and I hope this doesn't escalate anymore. No, didn't say anybody died. Girl, I feel like I had something for you somewhere. I don't know where it is, but somewhere I had something for you. I don't know what it was though. It's been so long I forgot. So just know at some point I was thinking about you and had something for you. They have been trying to have a war with Iran for nearly 30 years, but not particularly good idea. Yeah, this was much better. Trump is part being on if he does or if he doesn't, just like sending in the National Guards to LA. Imagine if he didn't send it the guard and let things escalate. It would have, yeah, exactly. If anybody doesn't think that he's a man of his word in terms of this kind of stuff, there's times where you just need to. I tell you what, people are going to start snapping into place now. They're going to be like, okay, well, we won't invade Taiwan then. Okay, we'll go ahead and we'll finish this war up in Russia and Ukraine. If you start saying, we might have to take out a facility or two, they'll be like, oh no, that's all right. And yet, no protest nor no UN condemnation when the IRGC hit a children's hospital in Israel the other day. Yep, right. Thank God the children had been evacuated before it was hit. Right, exactly. That's the kind of shit that has to stop, and that's the kind of shit that the mind-controlled establishment useful idiots will conveniently forget when they start spurging out about this immediately. I'm sure they're already doing it somewhere. Places that they're doing it somewhere. Oh my God, he's such a dictator. This is the fascism. No kings. Oh, the no kings. We got plenty to talk about. I know we've been kind of like waiting for this to happen. We have all kinds of things we can talk about tonight. We are going to get into some cool things and some funny videos later in the show. We will go for about 3 tonight. Three the hard way. We're going to go three the hard way tonight. And so yeah, we're already off to an awesome start with so many great people here. It's great to see you guys again. It's been a long time, and in Gaza, the whole thing is like, that there's like, I was watching the other day, there's no actual like Palestinian DNA. There's no such thing as Palestinian DNA, but people out there think that, where's my 2025 list? I have a bunch of stuff on there, but, I've been posting some stuff in Discord. So if you want to catch up with me on Discord, get in Discord. Stuff that I would normally put on my show, like Winning Tonight, I've been putting in Discord, making a few comments on it. But
Bobby.
There was this thing that in Minnesota. That's not that interesting. But Tim Walz is an idiot, and I love it when anything happens that make sure that he's not gonna ever have a chance. Just an idiot, just an idiot. Let's see. But yeah, the No Kings protest was a complete flop. I think they did have them in places, but it's just because it's summertime and all the people were tired of being in their echo chambers and places like Facebook and wherever people hang out that are in echo chambers that are have TDS high counts of TDS in their blood. Putin warns Trump of U.S. intervention in Iran. Well, intervention and China makes a move. That's something that Tim would put out, but they were, they're talking about like if you're actually going to go in there and remove the regime or whatever, that it could destabilize and put nuclear weapons in a bunch of different factions' hands. Well, that's not a problem anymore, is it? That's not a problem, evidently. Yeah, the No King, they trolled him so hard on the No Kings thing that my favorite was the one that Trump put out about thank you guys so much for looking out.
I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
I gotta pop out a second. I'll be right back.
Oh my God. Now what do I do? Did I post it? The one that said thanks for I didn't post it here. What the heck? I must have put it on my the one that said thank you guys so much for protesting the potential of a king trying to come over and take my place. I'm still your president. And no worries, right? No worries. But yeah, who came up? George Soros and the teachers union came up like I guess the teachers union or teachers association are soon going to be out of a at least a federal job organization. They came out and said that they were behind that protest, and the lady who was in charge of it, I guess was one of the main architects of this No Kings bullshit. I mean, shows you how bad our education is when the teachers union comes up with something that retarded. No Kings. We haven't had a king. We've never had a king in this country. So what makes you think we're going to go back to a monarchy? Yes. And we'll have knights and we'll have court jesters and we'll have all kinds of things. I guess maybe we'll start having these are the same people that go to Renaissance Fair. So I don't know. But Democrats in fear. The leader quits, has to quit, and literally gets fired, I think. As the Democrats are going broke, major donors are fleeing the party. They have no real leadership. Little David Hogg caused a bunch of problems. Man, they could pick them, right? I mean, they got nothing, man. They got nothing going on. And they're going to get rolled over and over again. Meanwhile, China is falling apart. They've been caught in a lie about their population size. They are literally having more funerals than births. And their economy is rotting from the inside out. And we all love it when a Marxist superpower is crumbling from their own poison ideology. It's just, that's when there's a God, right? That's when God's looking out for us, and we're going to be all right. And guys, by the way, remember to always listen to the Wolf when you're here. As we talked about, and thank you for sending me that Wolfram. I will play it for you. Hold on, let me find it. Wolfram was going to show me what he's been up to since we've been on break here, or at least spacing out our shows more. Wolfram wanted me to play a clip of what he's been up to. So let me go ahead and get that up here right now as I show this. And here it is. All right. There you go. That's what Wolfram's been up to.
Nice.
Good to see. Good to see. Good to see. Good to see. Inside out, just like room. I'll tell you what, man. It's so hard to explain to people what's at the root cause of all this stuff. That this cultural Marxism rot is really what's underneath all of this the subversion, everything. We are the educated crowd here. We know this stuff. We've been through it. We've read the books. We've done the work, done the hard work. But I see these idiots out there you know, I know this one. Well, I don't want to get into it, but there's people out there that are just blind to it, man. And they've destroyed friendships, and they've destroyed, they tried to cancel people. They've done nasty shit to others because in the name of, they don't even realize it's underneath what they believe. This woke stuff, this false history that it's all cultural Marxism underneath it all, right? So I hope that in the future there is a concerted effort to be vocal about that was funny when you figured that out, wasn't it? That a concerted effort to really vocally and openly say, look, we have to get rid of Marxism, period, right? And in all its forms. I don't care. We have to understand all of its forms. That's the only way we're gonna really stop a lot of the demoralization and the rot that's going on in people's head, criminality, the division, the cycle of abuse, powering the cycle of control. I mean, this is all stemming from one poison ideology representing the power of evil. Evil and what all it represents and where it comes from all works through toxic ideas. So evil can't manifest itself. So it can only work through other people, and ideas is how it does it. So this if half the people knew where this stuff came from, they would be shocked to understand they're under this influence, but they don't get it, right? They listen to, they don't get it. They probably won't get it. And it's just a sad thing. See, I don't get me started. I get vocal, and a lot of people tell me, no, you can't say that. Good, Bobby. Be loud and be proud. It is straight Pride Month, by the way. And I tell you what, I posted a great video by what's her name? Old what's her name? Old Sydney Watson. Sydney Watson, love her or hate her or whatever. Poor girl's going deaf, I think. Something like that. She's really sick or going deaf. And she is. I'm not lying. She came out and said, I'm losing my hearing. But she had a great video called the LGBT movement is over. And in this video, she talked about that people have been calling for the brand split. I've been calling for it for 2 years, saying that's the solution to destroying this marketing and promotions organization that is just going to push every boundary and every limit and continue to do so every time they're allowed to do so. But I thought that video was amazing. Let me do this. Let me just show you a little bit of it.
Okay.
It is Pride Month. Let's celebrate Pride right now.
Oh Lord.
My name is Diddy.
Diddy. That didn't age well.
Nope.
And I'm non-binary. My pronouns are she, they. And I'm queer.
What a gift to be here for who we are.
What else? Anything else? Throw it all in.
This queering of the church.
Happy
The queering
Pride
of the
to
church.
Everyone except for my
Queering of
7
the church.
children.
Queering
who have all
of the
betrayed
church.
me by being straight.
Bringing your kid to a pride parade.
Oh my goodness.
Mardi Gras.
Pride 2025. The only thing coming out is corporate bankruptcy.
Winning
Freedom.
speed.
We're not going anywhere, and Pride is not just going to be a celebration; it's also going to be a protest.
Not just a celebration.
Protest.
But a marketing and promotions opportunity. I mean, a protest.
I don't know what to make of this. Hi, my name is Sydney. Welcome back to hell. And as per usual, before we launch in, today's video is sponsored by Fume. So this is once again one of those videos that I had a really, really hard time putting together, namely because there are so many examples to illustrate my point, and it's a little overwhelming. It's so hard being asked to pick only my favorite.
But she did the thing about this video is she did a history lesson, like of where Pride started. This is what I tried to explain when I covered this topic a long time ago. What I try to explain is like, it just started out as LG, and they throw the B in there so it has 3 letters. I guess it's good for marketing, but honestly, that doesn't need to be in there. But because there really is no lifestyle of that. But there is a lifestyle of two people of the same sex living together, which L and G would represent for the individual lifestyle, right? However, that's how it started out, right? And then how it got co-opted. Like this whole video talks about that, and this gives us history of it, which I thought was really good because most people don't know the history of it at all. So let's start with that history before. Let's get out of our. This is the history.
Pride's origins in the United States began in 1969 when gay and lesbian people faced off against police during the Stonewall riots in New York City. A year later, the first Gay Pride Liberation March took place in Manhattan in 1970. The parade's official chant was, "Say it loud, gay is proud." The objective was to destigmatize same-sex attraction, eliminate discriminatory laws, and achieve freedom and societal acceptance without the stigma. Fast forward to the 2000s, and much of this had been achieved, at least in the
Yeah, I mean, it was done, right? It was done.
West. Don't know about the other countries.
Everybody's like, fine, just fine, all right, it's fine, whatever, right? Just stop.
The passage of same-sex marriage around the globe in the 2000s through
We're not some foreign country where we're going to throw you off a building for being this way. If you know, my opinion has always been that not everybody's meant to reproduce, you know. And when you have this big population, that God works in mysterious and ways, so people get. That's just what it is, and that's the way it should be. So when people start wanting to be like that, but also trying to reproduce at the same time, that's bad. I don't think that's supposed to fit at all. But you know, that's just the way I think that. I think that's kind of like a natural selection thing. That's my take on it. Of course, then there's also the advancement of it through chemicals, and I think that's where the powers that be, the corrupt evil in the world, got a hold of the. So by trying to figure out the science of it or what causes people to end up in this situation. They figured out that they, you know, chemical imbalance or chemical this or chemical that. And like, well, we could probably reproduce that, right? And so when they figured out how to reproduce it, they're like, well, hell, we can control the population that way. We just make a bunch more people that way. And when that people stop eating the chemicals or start figuring that out, we'll just work on their heads when they're young, right?
2010s, many LGBT people felt that they'd achieved what they set out to do. Acceptance was achieved, and it was time to hang out their hats and go about living their life. But
yeah, just go back.
Starting to go.
And like, if you remember, like back in those times, like this was never a big deal growing up, right? It was like, okay, whatever. You know, it's like you're that way and I'm this way, and that's fine, right? That's fine. And everything was cool until they started bringing it up. And she talks about this too.
Pear-shaped long before this. When I say that, I mean that the seeds of stupidity had already been sown. In 2009, trans issues took center stage when Obama included transgender in his June 1 Pride proclamation. The recognition on a federal level signaled a shift away from gay and lesbian rights to broader gender identity issues driven by trans and queer activists. This opened a bigger can of worms than anyone could have possibly imagined, leading us down the path of men in women's spaces, men in women's sports, debates around bathroom access, medically transitioning minors, and performing irreversible, life-altering operations on vulnerable adults.
Yeah, and this is the demoralization process, and it's also the cycle of abuse because it wrecks the entire younger generation coming up, right? So they have more people, useful idiots, to go out there and march and believe that they're part of something that they're really not. But really, what's been taken away from them is their quality of life and their chance at a life that is fulfilling in a way that they'll never understand. Right? They're seeking debauchery and pleasure their entire lives, living for that, and they'll miss out on some of the better parts of adulthood later on down the road.
Very good. Not to mention all of that forced neo-pronoun use in government and workplaces and schools. They really love some forced compliance. It was even here that some gay and lesbian people felt that their movement was being co-opted and overshadowed. Soon, everything was about the T, and later, the nebulous Q+ part of the community.
God.
Between 2016 to 2018, the rainbow flag went through a metamorphosis of sorts, getting a makeover with the Philadelphia and Progress Pride flags. There's so many people.
Like, who decided that? I never could figure out who decided that to. Yeah, right. There we go. See me, Bobby, man. You should have been hanging out a long time ago. I've been saying this. It's like fetishes, right? It's fetishes, and it's they try to mix lifestyle into fetishes into lifestyle. And she's actually going to bring this point up too. But I always said, who decides to change the flag color? Who's in charge here? Who can do that? You know, who has the power within that community to change all this shit around? And this is, you know, I think this is important to talk about during the, I guess, the month formerly known as Pride Month, because a lot of people have checked out this month. And if you haven't noticed, people aren't changing their logos, so they're not getting sponsored. Oh boy, we're tired of it, aren't we? Aren't we tired of it? Yeah, but eventually people start yelling, Bobby, stop being anti-Semitic. That's right.
Keys and all of this, adding stripes for non-white people and trans identities.
Yeah, it's basically everybody against the straight white man is what this is.
Since then, they've added the intersex symbol because
How dare
I
you
guess we got to
exist.
have those chromosomal abnormalities in there. And
What,
apparently,
right?
they've also added some feathers recently for two-spirit. When I tell you I am
Now there's feathers. I think the two spirits are overshadowing everybody now. No, they're cool. The upheaval. Oh, the upheaval.
And the other new addition to our flag is the two feathers in the circle, which represent indigenous folks that identify as
Who's this guy?
two-spirit. One feather represents feminine identity, one feather represents male identity, and the circle that holds them together represents the unification of both.
Someone I would not trust around my children.
This is the look that I had when I heard that too.
Uh-huh.
This is
Fatigue.
getting stupid, right? I'm not the only person that thinks this is getting stupid.
Oh,
Anyway,
it's
by
stupid.
this time too, LGBTQ+ was ubiquitous in media, policy, and education. The Obama administration in particular.
Also known as cultural Marxist, because it comes from gender ideology, queer ideology, theory, queer theory, gender theory, all derivatives of critical theory, which we know is a veiled cultural Marxism, right? We talked about that. We read about that in the book Big Intel by J. Michael Waller. I bet you guys have missed me talking about that book every time I stream. But it's like, it's such a powerful book because it explains all this, and it explains how this isn't the first time it's been done, and how it's been at the root of the demoralization process in our country, and why it's so important that we get rid of it, erase it from history, erase it from anywhere, because it's such a toxic and effective way to destroy a country from the inside.
Had long been using LGBTQ+ in official documents, and media outlets adopted it in style guides by 2017. Somewhere along this road,
You know, helped out by the WEF, no doubt.
Canada went even further.
So I didn't know this part. This is interesting, and this is sad to look at. But this whole like 2SL thing, they put it in the front. Take that, lesbian in case. Boy, they slap in the face there. They put this was Canadian. I didn't know this was Canadian. This was a purely Canadian concoction here. Guess they didn't look at what is this?
They didn't like our lettering.
I don't know. They're like, we need to have it. Look at this thing over here. This is like some kind of demented Santa Claus in the back. It's like
rolling out an even more absurd acronym.
oh, look at that. The poor black handicapped girl, and they put her in the corner. You racist.
2S LGBTQI+ in official speech.
I remember this. I remember this. This
dramatic spike.
I didn't catch on at the time.
Go ahead.
I didn't catch it on the time that this was coming out of Canada. This usage of letters and numbers. Go ahead.
I just
Shelly.
think that mask makes her look like Hannibal Lecter. Don't you think
Oh,
so?
yeah,
Look at her.
It's yeah. Well, it's disappearing there. It's coming back here. Sorry if things are getting laggy. And what the hell is that white male doing on stage? Get him off. He's ruining everything.
Nation targeting the 2S LGBT community.
It's Pride Month. It's a time to celebrate the 2S LGBTQI+ community.
To accelerate social and gender justice for 2S LGBTQI+ people in Canada.
I love watching all the videos where politicians are struggling to say this acronym. Watching them stumble over it is honestly beautiful to me. That's what you get for being moronic. This expansion was
Guys, make sure you hit the like
it signaled a broader shift to include niche identities, which led to the rise
Or
of the
to-
hundreds
yeah,
of
whatever.
sexualities and gender identities we see all over TikTok now, from non-binary to xenogender. And let's not-
Xenogender. It's like xenomorph.
Bullshit.
It's like fucking out of Aliens, man. Xenomorph. Watch out for the xenomorphs and the chest bursters.
Forget
They need
Gender
a
Wiki.
color
This
too.
has always been a fun place if you want to take your brain there and then hate yourself. I also especially love this entry.
The affinity. God, there's that one thing. Affinity.
Which is
Neurodivergent.
heteroromantic, which describes individuals who feel romantic attraction to people of a gender different than their own. Within the split attraction model, its sexual orientation equivalent is heterosexual.
What?
So it's just straight with extra steps.
Straight.
Just sounds like
It's straight with extra steps.
Slavery with extra steps.
Then, because we
Slavery with extra steps.
actually live in hell, polyamory and thruples and other odd relationship
Throuples.
dynamics got lumped into the movement. And
Oh my God! I wonder if Nick knew that. Like he could have joined up with the team. You're finally on the team. You made the flag, Mercado. You made the flag.
started showing up absolutely everywhere. By 2010, polyamory was highlighted at Pride events with workshops and floats, confusing people who thought that Pride was about same-sex attraction and not some commentary on
the reason that Pride. Oh, that's your team. That's your team, leftists. That's your
Wait.
team, Democrats.
Is that a dog or a wolf?
That's a wolf.
Wolfram, what were you doing? Is that a cousin that you don't talk about? I'm sure. We all have one. It's okay.
That's the gray wolf of the family. Oh my goodness gracious.
relationship dynamics. Critics, even within the community, started to say that this was too much.
Really? You sure? I don't think it's gone far enough.
Too complicated, too far from the original fight.
Hi guys, if you're new here, I'm Dana. I am in a polyamorous throuple with my partners Gabby and Eli. This
Oh boy, that must smell great.
makes me feel unsafe. And because of all of the insanity coming out of the movement, by 2022, groups like the LGB Alliance.
Here we go. Now these women may hate me because I have a penis, but I agree with them. This is the brand split team right here. This is the brand split team. So hey, we're on the same side here. Bev, Elaine, Kate, and Kate. We're on the same team. We're on the same team. I do identify as a lesbian, by the way. So
Were pushing to separate the LGB from the T and the Q+, arguing that the community was being co-opted by insane people. Once again, when your acronym needs
then they shut those women up. Like, shut up, you old bags.
maybe it's trying to do too much. Now, all of this on its own was incredibly bizarre, and people were already starting to feel very fatigued, especially considering that the LGBTQIA/XYZ community and agenda was showing up absolutely everywhere, in politics, in the cultural space, in the social space. But then there was the push to get kids involved, and this, just like the trans movement, was where a bunch of people noped out. All you ever
crazy.
have to do
Oh, they're
is
crazy
leave the
uncle.
kids alone.
Got it.
It's not that hard. In the mid-2010s, Drag Queen Story Hour started in San Francisco with
this.
drag queens reading to children in libraries. This led to an almost immediate.
These are terror clowns. These are not. Have you ever seen a woman that looks like that? This is a terror clown. This is out of a horror film. This is not. This is not a woman. There's no women that look this way. And look at they put these poor kids in front of them. We've been talking about this for years.
Critics did not see this as an expression of tolerance and inclusivity, but adults in provocative outfits pushing adult themes onto kids. It also didn't help that you didn't see drag queens showing up at retirement homes or homeless shelters.
Great point. I mean, why did we make this point before? If it's so important, why aren't they showing up at homeless shelters and retirement homes? Nope, just where the kids are.
They only wanted the kiddies. Drag Queen Story Hour had a multitude of problems outside of the obvious. Many performers were not properly vetted. As
Oh my
some
God, I
had
racked
previous criminal
myself.
convictions for fan of the playground behavior. Then from Drag Queen
Fan of the playground behavior. Oof.
Story Hour came.
We're
to the
getting out of
idea
this
that it
soon,
was
guys. I know
fine
this is
overall
disgusting.
to have drag queens performing for children.
But we're
which
just
led to wholesale
burning
borderline
down the
stripper-esque
pride.
performances in front of kids and their families.
One last time.
Some videos
Burn it
went
down.
viral where children were encouraged to give money to the men while they danced.
There you go.
The center of controversy once again. Critics are tearing
Hey,
into
Tim
it
Early.
time for toddlers held at a public library. Protesters on both sides of the issue clashing outside as leaders refuse to cancel the event. The library says it's all about inclusion.
Nervous?
Yes.
How come?
Because you look like a fucking serial killer.
Do you know what I am? No. I'm a drag queen.
If a drag queen wants to read you
Like, we know what they're doing. We know what
a
they're doing.
story at a library, listen to her because knowledge is power. And if
Yeah, see, they're after power.
someone tries to restrict
What is she going to teach him? How to match the foundation and highlight the cheekbone?
No. Then all of
How
this
to
started
hide
showing up in
stubble?
schools and school curriculums all across the Western world. Although, unfortunately, in a lot of ways, this does sometimes feel like a uniquely American, Canadian, Australian, English problem.
Right?
Don't know why we've collectively lost our minds. By 2019,
Jacob.
education
Woohoo.
institutions
The white
were
people
all in on
problem.
drag queens and gender identity. California mandated LGBT.
Yeah, they don't have this problem. Why are they pushing this stuff in Africa or
right
over in China? What? Why don't they press? Why is
plus
that
history
skip over
lessons,
there?
and TikTok blew
They're not
up with
diverse at
teachers
all
showing
in
off
those
pride
countries.
flags or pronoun lessons in classrooms. And of course, we all remember the photos of the gingerbread person and the gender unicorn. This makes me feel like Derek in Zoolander. Gingerbread.
All right, right.
To see you physically hit the threshold. Like, nope, 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 nope. That's it.
Oh, I want to speed this up.
My cup runneth over.
I want to speed this up. Where's the good news here? I think it's towards the end.
Oh my God, Bobby. I miss the days when the big thing was BPD girls bipolar disorder.
All right. I'm done with this. I'm done. This,
Telling
guys,
everybody
here.
they're wicked. That's
Right?
funny.
I'm going to put this link to this video in the chat. I recommend you watch the whole thing, share it with people, because and there it is. Because
There you go. Gender
yeah,
zebra.
because it infuriates people that are indoctrinated with it, you know. And it also proves that we're making progress, real progress towards a more sane society. As
That'd be nice.
people are backing out of this this ridiculousness that we were being subjected to because we were under the control of a very corrupt establishment. And we are slowly winning our reality back from those who are trying to steal it from us. There we go. He said the thing. I said the thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Where is the one? I wanted to show this thing. Let's see if I can find it. Just talk for a minute, Shelly. Let me try to cue up the next little part. So we got to talk about Juneteenth. We got to talk about Juneteenth real quick. We're not going to do a big long thing like that, but I got to find.
You're going to talk about Juneteenth, right? Because
yeah, you're going to talk about.
Go ahead. You want
whatever
me to talk
comes
about
to
what?
mind.
The only thing I know about Juneteenth is the Croger thing.
That's the thing I was going to talk about. We got to talk about that.
There you go.
But I got to go to history first.
That's fine.
And we're gonna. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna get into some cool things and some comedy here coming up very shortly. But I wanted to. I got to find the Mama Uganda thing. I got to find the Mama Uganda.
Okay.
There's so much that I don't cover in a week that I'm just trying to cram in here. I've been. Anybody here watch MMA? I've been really getting into MMA lately. I'm enjoying watching that. And I'm looking forward to some of the upcoming fights that are going to happen. If anybody's into MMA, tell me if you're a fan in the chat. I know it's not for everybody, but by the way, my son has got his learner's permit now, so we've been doing driving lessons. That's another update. It's been doing really well, and soon we're going to be joining an MMA gym. So that's why we're into it and we're looking at it, and it's time for him to be sure he can take care of himself out there in the world and get in shape. And I've been getting in shape. I've been lifting a lot. My back's well enough for me to. It's not. I don't think it's 100%, but it's well enough for me to.
Madcore.
To be able to get back in shape. So everything's going along really nicely. I think I'm like 3 or 4 weeks into steady training right now. Madcore, my friend, how's it going? You want the 100% confirmed footage of the bombs from? Yeah, if we can play them. You think I'll be all right if I play them? I'll do it. I'll do it, man. You know me. I'll do it. I'll be looking for your DM, my friend. How's it going, Madcore? How's it going? That's my favorite Australian right there. That's my favorite Australian. I actually pulled a thing out about Australia tonight, hoping you'd stop by for cool things. It's about they wanted to put some big giant body of water in the middle of Australia. I haven't watched the whole thing, but I saw it and I was like, I'm going to save this in case Madcore shows up. So I do think about you, my friend. And I hope you're doing well. I'm sorry we haven't had a chance to catch up and hang out, but time zones and we both got families and responsibilities and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We'll do it one day.
Nice.
I tell you, if I ever get enough money, I'm going to come visit you. That's for sure. You can count on that. You can count on that. We'll take the kids to Jamala Wildlife. we'll get one of those awesome fancy rooms over there. Where is Mama Uganda? I should just look her up, right? Shelly and I have been watching all kinds of fun stuff. We watched hoarders. We've watched things, people getting their houses cleaned. We have watched stuff about it. Women have had an extraordinary amount of children.
Mhm.
Right. Check Discord. All right.
Congratulations on the new SUV. Safe travels. Safe travels.
All right.
Let's
Let's see. I hope that I don't get like establishment for doing this, but
let them think it, Bobby. Let them think it. It's probably true.
We'll do it.
It's probably true.
All right. Geo confirmed. This is just nothing here, so don't worry about it, YouTube. It's just, I'm sure it's just all made up. There we go. It's not nothing nowhere with nothing. All it's quiet. You can hear it. Oh, there we go. Big, beautiful flash. Was that this light post? I can't really see anything. Oh, wait. I can't tell if that's the light or if that's just, you can hear it.
The hell is that?
Oh, there we go. There's some, these are just fireworks. They're basically just getting ready for the 4th of July. Oh, that's what we're looking at right there. Okay. Oh, that's the thing. Oh, wait. I didn't see anything happen though. What's all these things? Okay, that's the thing.
You can hear the B2s going overhead.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, that's where that person's located. I see. Okay. And there's a little flash over there. Okay, gotcha. All right. Thank you for helping us break that. Right here. Oh shoot, I didn't even do the whole. I forgot. I'm so out of practice here, guys. I'm so out of practice. I didn't even do this.
Breaking news. Breaking news. Everybody loves breaking news.
All right, that was some breaking news right there.
Hey, Vice Raiders. Look what you got.
Vice Raiders. Oh my goodness gracious. The $50 super chat. Holy good. Look at all these beautiful people. Thank you so much, man. There's Rose. Hey, Rose.
Hey,
How
Rose.
you doing? Rose in the sidebar. All right. Oh, but I know his favorite.
And little D.
Little D Danielle. All right. And this is for Vice. Thank you for the super chat. $50 super chat. You are very generous. Thank you so much for that.
Thank her for the memories. Jesus.
Thank you for the memories. Thank you for the very, 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 very generous super chat. That was very nice. Everybody say thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Very nice, Vicey. Thank you.
For the raid and for the awesome super chat. Thank you so much. And guys, all the raiders. Yeah, he is the stream sponsor. He is. He is the stream sponsor. So yeah, we were just kind of going over that. We had some breaking news right there. Got some funny videos coming up. I'm trying to find this. I wanted to show the kind of like the insanity. Set us up for this while I look up. I know what I'm looking for. You. Okay, there we go. Set us up for this, Shelly. About the Kroger cakes.
Oh, okay. So I was just going through X, and people apparently had a problem with Kroger taking part in the Juneteenth celebrations. I guess their bakery department decided to make a couple cookie cakes. And that was a no-no, because apparently it was not a corporate decision. That's what they're saying. They faced a lot of backlash because, and yes, I pronounced it Did I pronounce it Kroger? I think before. I don't know. I pronounce things differently all the time. Whatever. I make up words. It's fine. No Kroger. There, Bobby. Kroger. Happy?
It's Kroger.
I don't care. There are
we care on the show because we would pronounce things right. And what kind of teacher doesn't care about pronouncing things right? That's what I want to know.
This one.
All right.
This one. Right here. Anyway, that's what you get when you talk to a guinea, because the G's are either they're hard G's or they're soft G's. Most of the time they're soft G's. So yes, I do turn it into a J instead of a G. Okay.
Do you have that which one? There's so many links over here in private chat. I'm not sure which one is which. Which one is the can you help out and just pull that up on your end and I'll get the video going? That way we'll set it up. I want people to see this in case you haven't heard about it, because then I want to take you to the woman. She doesn't have the world record. I think but she's second, at least. She's at least second with 44 children. She's given birth to 44 children. And I want to make a point here about Juneteenth and how oppressive it's become, where culture is not even being celebrated. It's still being stomped on by critical gender theory, or critical race theory, sorry, and their perceived slights, right? And we'll talk briefly about that, but we got to set this up just right. So in Uganda, there's a woman who lives in there's a couple different ones. There's one lady, where is she from? Liberia, and she has given birth to 53 children, but she doesn't get talked about that much. Oh, Congo. She's in Congo. And these women have this condition where they over-ovulate. They literally have to produce, they have to keep having children or they'll die. And then a lot of times, because they over-ovulate, they'll have like twins, triplets, quadruplets. So back-to-back births of multiple children. They're having like litters, right? And oddly enough, in most cases, I think in both cases, just single father, right? In one case, the father died. In another case, the woman was married off at an early age by her father for a dowry. This happens in Africa, evidently. This is Mama Uganda, and she's had 44 kids, but only 17 pregnancies. So just to be straight, that's what that is. And have you found it?
Sorry.
Timing is everything but got all night. All right. So the right. So the point of this is that it's very interesting. If you haven't watched these documentaries on I'll throw Mama Uganda out there because I'm only going to show part of it. That's Mama Uganda if you want to save that one. And I get this one too. Yeah. This is the one from, she didn't have a fancy name, but she's the Congo Mama, 53 children. We watched both of these, by the way, all the way through. They're both very interesting. How do you raise that many children when you're living in Africa, in a village in Africa? And they're all very happy, and they all survived. These kids all survived. They all are living well. I mean, not living, they're living, right? They're alive. And so they have had no deaths, and they managed to feed them all every day. And have a big old happy family. Yeah, respectful. They're nice. They are all, in many cases, going to school, and they make do. They make do. But anyways, you are when you are the village, right? I guess you can't find it, or what's going on?
What, the Kroger thing?
Yeah, that's what I asked you.
I put the link. Yes, I put it in private chat and put Kroger.
Oh, I wanted you to pull it up. That's fine. Okay, I'll do it.
I know you prefer to drive.
All right, so I'll stop sharing that. I'll share this, and here we go. Okay, so this is the story. And then real quick, we're gonna go through this, and then we're gonna move on. But this is the story, right? So over here in America, this is the way we think of people, and this is what we do. Kroger is now apologizing, right? Kroger released a statement after they went viral for their free at last cookie cakes on Juneteenth, right? The company is speaking out after receiving harsh backlash online for the cakes. The cakes and cookies were featured in this video were inconsistent with our provided guidance and are not the quality we would expect to see from our stores, they said to Fox. The products have been removed, and we've addressed this directly with the store teams and the customers who took the initial video. This is out of Atlanta, of course. And here's the
This is some bullshit. Who the hell made this ugly ass shit? I wish it was a manager here because y'all decorate everything else around here cute. Everything else around here cute. But for Juneteenth, you want to just throw something on a freaking cookie cake and expect someone to buy it? That's bullshit.
Now, one of these cakes was a watermelon cake, right? And that
they posted that the next day. Yeah.
Where's the watermelon cake?
No, what this fuck free at last? Like, really? Who the fuck finna buy this dumbass?
Give me a second.
That it's not good enough for Miss Atlanta there, right? It's not good enough for Miss Atlanta to even have a cake for this very obscure, very poorly reported holiday in terms of it's not even the right story. And like the reason why the Black Wall Street was destroyed was because of the Marxists, right? But they're blaming white people instead of who they should be talking about took down Black Wall Street. It was the Marxists that did this, right? And here we go. Here's the other thing that they're complaining about is they're complaining about the fact that they used watermelon or as a cake, right? Right here. And so they're thinking that there's something wrong with people eating watermelon, right? And so they put this. I'm not trying to make fun here. I'm saying this is stupid that people can't celebrate culture and be okay with it, right? Without someone complaining about it or someone being like, that's offensive. So still at this day and age. Now, is it offensive that you would put a watermelon on this, right? I don't think so, because it's just something that everybody should enjoy. It's something I'm being serious about this. It's like, this is not, you've been encouraged to run around and use the N-word on each other, which is an oppressive word, and normalize it and make it fun and sexy for just certain people. Right. But it's not, that's the word you should not want to be, but there's nothing wrong with celebrating watermelon, because as you can see, and I'm siding with people here and their culture, and the fact that there's nothing wrong with people eating watermelon. And Mama Uganda here, 44 people.
Or where she lives. The reason why Uganda is so significant in this story.
So much of this is like, how does she help? How does she feed these kids? How does she give them snacks? Right. And she has to use the fruits and the things that are there, and so when it's snack time and in the hot sun, right? I had this all queued up. They get
take a quick second and
that
think.
needs to be bigger.
Oh, sorry. They get the good stuff.
How do you get more water?
You go and pump water.
Would you take a shower with this water?
Yeah, use it this way.
Is it drinking water too?
Yeah.
They all work together.
We're having a little watermelon party over here.
So yeah, definitely. And this is like the real deal stuff. It's not GMO. It's good stuff. And they all get some, and it's like good for them, right? So why can't they celebrate what people in Africa enjoy, because it's part of the culture there, right? Without being shamed by a bunch of white Marxists here or whatever, like a bunch of Marxists here, right? They're just being shamed by it. And then they're taught this is a shameful thing, when it's really just, it's more part of their culture than using the N-word on each other, right? It's more real. So I just thought that was stupid. And the whole thing, the idea that they started this holiday, we have to get past this, right? I've been saying this forever as we explored real history and talked about stuff like that, that we have to get past this. So Juneteenth came and went, and that's what happened there. And there you have it. So what else we got going on here? And by the way, there's some great stuff out there. A lot of people don't know the history of the country. Like Uganda, or like this woman is managed to keep a family of 44 alive on her own. She's a single mother, by the way, on her own for so long, and it's an awesome thing. It's an awesome thing that should be celebrated instead of other things that are celebrated as a more toxic culture. All right,
Bobby. He said Juneteenth doesn't make any sense. We're celebrating snail mail. Like, I don't get it. Because Galveston was they were the last ones to find out that they were free. Like, okay,
right.
Somebody's always got to be last. Okay, somebody's always got to be last. So it was them. Poor you. Like, I don't know. Next time, don't live out in the boonies so much. Fuck. Get a faster pony for Pony Express. Race isn't going to die because they won't let it die. No, they won't, MJ. They really won't. They won't. And who's like the most, like race, like I guess racially discriminated against? We are. Because no matter what a white person does, they're just not right. They can't get it right. They can't say the right thing. They don't understand. They're never going to be there. You're doing too little. You're doing too much. It's like, so whatever. We're going to be wrong no matter what.
Well, the other thing I was talking about was like, the I can always get this word wrong. Barbarian, the barbarian slave trade that went on for like forever. Right, forever, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of videos out there about that, and I was talking about the fact that I was like, white is a made up thing, right? Because like, what do you consider white, right? I think the only way to judge what white is maybe just do you sunburn or not, right? Because you got, but would you say Italians, Greeks, Spaniards, Cubans, anything like that? Something that's like language, right? But half the year, their skin is fair, but then their melanin is adaptive. So when the sun comes out and it gets hot, they get dark. They don't burn.
They're olive.
Yeah, they get olive. They have great skin, right?
Yep,
it's adaptive. But the people with less melanin, right, that can sunburn, right, are farther to the north, and it's a very small group of people, and that's the people who were actually enslaved the longest over the longest period of time in history, by more people. But that's not mentioned. And the thing is, like, when they were enslaved, they were pulled into areas that they're not physically capable of. They weren't physically created or genetically adapted to live in, right? So when you go down, you have your ships, your raiders, they raid the shore, they go into places like France, UK, the Scandinavian areas, and they grab women and children and kill the men, and they take them down to Africa and to the equator. Their skin is not made to go in those areas, so they suffer like greatly from sunburn and other things like that. Can you imagine? Like, and with the women, they used to strip them naked and put them on display and sell them off, right, as sex slaves and servants and whatnot. But they strip them naked. That's what they would do. And can you imagine the sunburns those ladies went through, like with what they went through?
Yes, I can.
Right?
Yes, I can.
That was some torturous shit, but that shit doesn't get talked about. And I thought about it. I was like, it really has been kind of like a gaslighting thing that's been going on, especially here in the U.S. Like the other places in the world, they're not like us when we deal with this issue, right? We really have to overcome it. And again, you guys know, this all goes back to the cultural Marxists and the ideological subversion, the things that have been the divide and conquer strategies that have been used against us, right? I've always said it's always been the establishment against the rest of us. And if you're awake, aware, and resisting, you're part of the anti-establishment. The corrupt establishment has always been out to divide and conquer people, and this is how they do it here. So we have to get all this shit, things like Juneteenth and Pride. And this is where I'm kind of wrapping all this up to say, is that these things that we go through, even down to Black History Month, which should be every month, right? These are just methodologies to control us. It's an abusive methodology that has been put on us in order to control us overall. And I think you guys know that. And if you've been around my channel long enough, you know that that's where I stand on these things. And I just, that's probably why I don't stream as much as I used to right now, because I think I've said most of this already. Shelly and I talk about it. It's like, I really did accomplish a lot of things I set out to, and I wanted to kind of eventually move into a new direction. I still talk about things like this. I think a lot of people that come here want to hear me talk about things, right? So eventually I'll come back and kind of wrap them up, summarize them. But I've covered every topic I think I can possibly cover, except for what's the current, right? And I'm not a Tim Pool. I'm not a Next News Network. I'm not one of these media channels, right? I'm more just a person who's seen a lot, been through a lot, studied a lot, did a lot of research, and just wanted to pass it on. So going forward in the future, I was thinking, like, what can I do with this channel, with all these great people and friends I've made and so on, to refresh it in a way. And I've been running over ideas. It won't be nearly the thing that I tried to do at first. I'm not on that quest to become some kind of like significant channel. I just want to be here and have a cool group of friends and cool group of people that come to hang out and just want to have a good time and talk with myself and Shelly, depending on what the show is. But I have been thinking about scrapping the shows that I've done in terms of just sunsetting them. And maybe if the next election needs a winning tonight, I'll come back and do that show. But really just kind of like starting like the winning reality show, right? Where it's just a variety show where I can explore different types of ways to be entertaining and get a chance to hang out with you guys, right? But I don't want to lose touch. And I think we still have a lot more we can do here. But I just, and who knows what direction we go in. I mean, I just, maybe I cover trials if it was like someone we knew, right? Somebody get in trouble, man. But anyways, but I know that it's a law tube scene and a lot of people like to cover trials, and I don't know what's gonna come, but keep showing up. We'll keep hanging out. We'll do special occasions, right? We'll do special occasions for now. But yeah, I tell you what, since Madcore is in the house, let's move on to our next segment here. We're gonna do some cool things, but they're gonna be kind of cool geographic things. Trial coverage. Somebody get in trouble so I can cover it. Now it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess if they had cameras in the courtroom for the Ricada monograph stuff, it'd be funny just to see the both of them in trial together. That'd be funny just to see them in the same room.
I would love to see that. Oh my goodness.
Not that I got a dog in that fight, but I'm just saying that,
Oh no. I would just love to hear the snark back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
What if they made up and hugged and that would be. I don't think that would happen. Okay. Well, only in the parody universe.
The God particle meeting the God particle. No.
Only in the parody universe known as Lawtainment, the Lawtainment universe, where they end up being roommates at the end of they end up getting sentenced to being roommates together.
Oh, Felix and Oscar. Yeah, but which one is Felix? Well, I think Nick would probably be no. Yeah, Nick would be Felix. No.
Probably. No, yeah. No, he would. No, Monty's tight. He keeps this shit tight, man. I'm sure he's got everything nice and organized in his house. I'm sure he does. All right. Oh yeah. This is what I was looking for right here. Where is it? Okay, this
Filters change the way we feel. Blurry lines between what's real. Cool things a thrill we chase. Time's a blur in this fast-paced race. I'm lost in a world of cool things, streaming through my endless dreams. Every frame, a piece of me, it shows. Cool things wherever I go. My career screens call out my name. Pixelated faces play the game. Cool things that are coming in time. I want every one of them to be mine.
All right, cool things. We're just gonna do some cool things around the planet. It's more than just technology. Believe me, there'll be cool things, plenty of cool technologies to talk about in the future. But right now, did you know Australia's insane plan? They have an insane plan to build an inland sea. Backcourt, are you part of this? What's going on here?
Into a blue inland sea. It sounds like a mirage, carving out a vast body of water in the middle of the desert. Yet for decades, this visionary scheme was taken seriously by politicians, engineers, and scientists. With each dry season, the empty salt plains of Central Australia seemed to beckon for water, whispering promises of rain, commerce, and new life. This is the true story of Australia's inland sea proposals, a tale of grand ambition tempered by hard reality. Long before these proposals, European explorers were gripped by a mythic vision of an inland sea. In the 1800s, much of Australia's interior was unknown, and many refused to believe a continent so large could lack a great central waterway. Explorer Charles Sturt famously hauled a whaleboat on his 1844 expedition,
We're gonna peruse
convinced
this.
he was destined to discover a great saltwater lake in the continent's centre. He and his party of men, and even 200 poor sheep, dragged their boat across scorching plains, only to find endless desert. Imagine dragging a freaking whaleboat with you through the outback. It's kind of funny, not gonna lie. But I digress. The hoped-for ocean turned out to be a dead heart, a dry expanse where salt crusted the ground and rivers died in the sand. Sturt's failure revealed the truth. The mythical inland sea did not exist, but the dream did not die. Instead, it transformed. If nature hadn't placed a sea in Australia's interior, some wondered, could humans create one? At the turn of the 20th century, the inland sea dream found a champion in Sir Richard Baker, a prominent South Australian politician. Baker was no fringe crank. He was a respected statesman. In fact, the first president of Australia's Senate and a man of science. As far back as 1883, Sir Richard Baker began investigating the idea of flooding Lake Eyre, the Great Salt Lake of the interior, with water from the Southern Ocean. Lake Eyre was an enticing candidate because its basin sits below sea level, like a giant bowl in the desert.
There you go.
By cutting a canal from the coast to this depression, Baker believed the sea could rush in and fill up 3,430 square miles of salt flat, altering the whole climate of Australia, as one report described his hope. In 1905, Baker published an article laying out the grand proposal and its challenges. He had already presented the idea to the South Australian Parliament years earlier, spurring surveys of the terrain. The plan was audacious. Dig a canal roughly 340 kilometres north from the Spencer Gulf at Port Augusta, passing through Lake Torrens, another large salt lake on the way, and into Lake Eyre. If successful, a vast inland sea would appear where once there was only shimmering salt and dust.
He was high on
Such a
kangaroo
sea,
crack,
it was
by the way.
argued, could increase rainfall through evaporation and even moderate the harsh inland climate. The vision was utopian. Imagine steamers sailing into the outback, coastal rains falling on parched land, and desert rail towns transformed into port cities. Yet Baker was also a realist. By 1905, he had gathered new data and reluctantly concluded the scheme was not practical with the
kangaroo
technology
crack,
of the
they
day.
do.
The surveys had uncovered a critical obstacle. Lake Torrens, the first basin north of Spencer Gulf, was not the convenient low
Literally
path they'd hoped.
train down.
Early pioneers of the
Doesn't
scheme,
everybody?
Torrens lay below sea level. Flood that lake, they figured, and it would be an easy hop to Lake Eyre. But new measurements showed Lake Torrens' bed was about 100 feet above sea level, not below it. This meant any canal from the coast would have to cut through a rise, greatly increasing the excavation required. The engineering realities began to
Koala
bite.
powder.
To get seawater into Lake Eyre, one estimate held that a channel at least 322 kilometres long, 12 feet deep, and over 1.6 kilometres wide would be
I'm guessing
needed.
this didn't work
Before
out.
modern earth-moving machinery, such a project's cost was astronomical, between 151 million and 3 billion pounds in 1905 figures.
Yeah,
Almost
I won't go too far into that. I wanted to pull that up. I thought that was funny. They figured out, oh, hey mate, the land's high up there. And then, sorry, my Australian accent is terrible tonight. Absolutely
Terrible.
horrible.
What happened? Oh my
I know.
goodness.
But
Forgiven.
I know, thank you.
You're welcome.
But have no fear.
Well, it seems like the Earth is going to be split.
Have no fear. There is a Australia may not get the lake that they wanted and the sea they deserve, but Africa may get one. Let's check this out.
Splitting into half. Scientists have announced that Africa is splitting in two halves.
The map of our world is about to change. I'm talking about the continent of Africa splitting into two. An entirely new ocean could emerge in the African continent.
Has anybody heard about this? Repent before it's too late.
Right. The
And it
power of
seems like the
Christ compels you.
situation is much more serious than what we've been expecting. You know, the crack started in 2018 when Africa started splitting in two halves. So take a look at this one.
They might not, maybe they don't have kangaroo crack, but they have African crack right here.
They sure do.
Overnight, 50 feet deep and at its widest, 65 feet across, slicing
Wow.
through a highway and terrifying many who live in this area just west of Nairobi, Kenya. So what caused it? Well, it depends on what scientist you ask.
So it basically seems like the land
Isn't it
just
always?
cracked into like two halves.
Isn't it
And we
always?
just got some latest reports from scientists who have now stated that the cracks are growing in much faster pace than what they have already recorded in 2018.
Africa has a crack
and the new
problem.
research actually shows that it's going to be happening much sooner than what they've expected before. Now, in January, we got another report where it seems like a volcano is erupting, and this is basically how it looks. This
You
is
know
literally
that,
coming
like,
out of the earth that just
Saudi Arabia is like more land for
Can
us.
you imagine volcanoes being formed out of the cracks of earth? It's going to be super terrifying, man. Imagine if you lived here and your house was right beneath this crack, and the last thing you want to see is a volcano eruption. And that is crazy. This is what's going on right now in Africa, and nobody's talking about it. And that's... I don't know what he's talking. It seems like he's scared. That's all I know. We also got another footage here. Oh, this man's chilling. Oh, look at that. He's chilling. What is that? I think that's like the volcanic smoke coming out
He's
of the earth.
praying to
Dude,
God,
that is
man.
terrifying.
Please.
What are you doing, dude?
Stop.
Get out of there. Oh my God. That is one hell of a place to be in. I honestly don't know what this dude is up to.
Yeah, so
Oh my goodness.
Africa's cracking in half.
You got to get out of there, dude.
It was lost to the earth below. He lives in Mai Mahiu, part of the Great Rift Valley in
Is this really happening?
Kenya, a region that has already provided a treasure trove
I'm
of
just-
some
I'm
of the
just
most
asking
important
questions.
archaeological finds in history. And this
Imagine very soon this whole split is going to belong to another country, probably to India. That's just crazy how entire country is going to be split.
That's what I said. I said
country
they're
of its
like, you know what? We'll keep Egypt. We'll keep we'll keep all the good ones, and then you could have like Somalia, and you could have Libya on your other
50
side.
kilometers has been cracked down, but now it seems like the scientists have reported that the crack has gone even more bigger, that the plane has basically cracked much more than 50 kilometers. We don't know the exact numbers as of now.
This crack is expected to widen over time, eventually completely splitting Africa into two. Click to WoW and continue watching. Between the divided land masses, a paradise for marine life will emerge as a new ocean.
Look at that.
Simultaneously,
Great white
Rwanda,
shark.
Uganda, Burundi, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo will have their own coastlines, facilitating maritime transportation. However, countries such as Somalia and Ethiopia will face dire consequences as their territories are torn apart.
But just imagine your country is basically being split in half and you have no
I
control.
knew it had to
of
be in
stuff. You just have to
Ethiopia.
because
Everything
none of that
happens
is
in
really our
Ethiopia.
control. So whichever other country it's going to be landing in is going
Right?
to own the entire part of this plane. And as of now, it seems like it's going to be India, in which all of this landmass is going to be landing in. Now, I actually came across this Twitter page where they give us a full explanation as to what kind of a destruction or good stuff is going to be coming out of this. Take a look at this stuff.
Good and bad.
Africa is gradually splitting into two parts. The Nubian and Somali plates are separating. This process is very slow, but its impact is going to be felt on our Earth as well. If the
Wow.
Somalian plates move towards India, its impact will
Mhm.
not be limited to Africa
Uh-oh.
only. There will be a terrible collision on the western coast of India. And just imagine, because
Oh,
of this
mountains.
collision, mountains higher than the Himalayas will
Oh, guys, get your skis together because you're gonna be able to ski in India.
rise.
Yep.
Mountains higher than Himalayas. And the worst part is that it's going to be way bigger than the current biggest peak of the world, Himalayan mountains. itself.
Congratulations,
Which we call
India.
Somalian mountains.
Why did
Now
he
you think
call it
about all the
Himalayan?
cities situated on the seaside, like Mumbai, Gujarat,
Oh
Goa,
my God.
Kerala.
They're gonna get
these
destroyed.
Warm and green coastal
Himalayan.
areas can turn into icy deserts.
Wow.
The temperature could drop from 30 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees, just like
Take that,
millions
climate
of years
change.
ago when
Mhm.
the Indian plate collided with Asia and the Himalayas were formed.
Wait, is that how Himalayas were formed? I just found this video which explains
Why
on how
can't he say
Himalayas
it
were
right?
found.
Oh my God.
Boom.
Damn.
Look at that impact.
So it's basically
Wow.
how the Himalayas were formed. Like both the planes just collided together. Oh my goodness.
That one, they're gonna be like hitting it like 1,000 miles an hour. Boom.
Yeah.
It's like, who did you guys
And
feel
not,
that?
and not over centuries and thousands of years. Yeah.
That is actually crazy. So recently on August 28th, we actually got a new update from African Fact Zone, who have now given us some more
Here we
information
go.
about the whole big crack that has
Decade.
opened up. But it seems like these places named Rwanda, Uganda, Burundi, DR, Congo, and so many different places, it's really hard to spell them. So apparently the plates are diverging by 7 millimeter every year. And this thing currently has been estimated that it's going to be
7
completely split
millimeters a
Africa
year,
into two
guys.
halves in the next 5 to 10 million years. And I do understand the 5 to
5 to 10 million years, you'll have. There we go. So, guys, hang on. We'll keep you updated on that.
See, so I
As
wasn't far off. I said an inch every 10 years.
There you go. All right. What was the?
They do picture that though. You know that, right? They
What's
picture
that?
the continents are just drifting. All of a sudden, oh my God, no, Africa, get out of the way. It's like, really? Like that, that's not how the plates move.
Mm.
They're not.
Well, it looks like I've misplaced the other ones. There was this one about this insane virus or something, but anyways, maybe that's not that cool. You know, there's all kinds of cool videos out there like that. Just wild stuff out there on the internet that doesn't have to do with drama or politics or trials or anything. There's all kinds of things out there to look at.
Oh, hell yeah. What else have we been watching lately? The renovation videos.
Yep. Yeah.
I like those when people are just taking old dilapidated houses and rebuilding them. That's satisfying watching them rip out the floors and the ceilings and the walls. And you're just like, okay, why'd you leave any of it? Why not just, it seems like some of them would be easier just to start from scratch. But then they're like, I did this in 36 weeks. 36 weeks. 36 years I might get it done, but I don't know about no 36 weeks. I mean, if I was getting paid for, doing it on YouTube, then maybe I could be motivated. But no. Anything about California. Go ahead.
Did T-Rex pass out in his own vomit yet?
Probably. I was thinking that about 45 minutes ago. Unfortunately, MP, no.
He was singing this earlier.
Mm-hmm. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. You and I. You're welcome. I know. Now it's all quiet. No one hears anything about it. Won't for a while until it's ready to go off. Oh, because the massive amount of earthquakes. Oh. You really think that Yellowstone thing is a thing? I mean, I don't know. It seems like that was just another distraction they were throwing at us at the time. Kind of like killer bees. I wonder if somebody ever made just a list of distractions that they threw at us starting in 2020 so that we wouldn't pay attention. I mean, if they compiled that list, that would be something else.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the ultimate. And look at you, stupid people. Look at what they did to you. Look.
Thomas, what's up, buddy? I see you out there.
Smoke and mirrors.
Oh, smoke and mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
Always a good time.
Listen, nothing was more distracting than that damn counter. That became like mesmerizing. Bobby T3, don't even get me started. I mean, it's true though. It's true. They were throwing everything in the kitchen sink, monkeypox, freaking everything. It was like, are you kidding? I was afraid to wake up every day. I was like, oh my God, what fresh hell is this going to be? And then I turned off CNN and I didn't have any of that anymore. It was weird how the anxiety just went poof. And it was just gone. The only thing I learned from CNN is that everybody that was like me was making banana bread. But that didn't help me. I already knew how to make banana bread. Banana nut bread too. So I already knew how to do all the things that these people are like, oh, we have to be home and cook. I don't know how to do that. Oh, good God. Shit. It's like a Ponzi scheme. Release transparency files. I went through all those JFK files that they dropped. I mean, I went through 800,000 pages of crap. And I learned a lot about our government, but there wasn't anything I learned that was new about JFK or Oswald or anything.
Right. So, hey, let's check back in with T-Rex real quick here at Dollywood. Sure. Another clip. This is the one clip of him and Bahala together. So let's check this out.
Have you ever made it to fifth base? What the hell are you talking about? Have you ever made it to fifth base?
There you go. There
that's
you go.
pretty
That
spot
would
on,
be
dude.
Valhalla.
Yeah, that's pretty spot on.
Absolutely.
I'm glad these guys had a good time. No doubt. And let's see here. Yeah, he had some but you know, T-Rex did end up having, you know, a really good time here. And here he is. I think, let's see. Where is it at? Okay, here we go. This is him. This is his last one. This is him signing off. Right here. So this is his. Let's let him wrap this up for us. Here we go.
Ooh.
This is T-Rex Trucking and More signing off. The more is for more women in a hot tub with me. I'll see you next year. And remember,
Best of all, I don't pay property tax. Bye.
this is T-Rex Trucking and More signing
There we
off.
go.
They were cute.
Right? He had a good time.
Yep.
It was he was the star of the show. He really stole it.
Going on in that tub.
He stole the show this year. You know, I know it was supposed to be about somebody else, but you can't invite someone the caliber of T-Rex to your event and not expect him to, you know, rank high on the entertainment factor and the, you know, he could steal the show. That's a risk you take when you invite T-Rex Trucking and More. But you know, you got to have him there because he's the draw. You know, he's the one. He was the big draw. What are you gonna do? But anyways, thank you for that, T-Rex. Thank you for including us and sending those clips to us. We appreciate it, and we'll keep track of all your fun antics as time rolls on here. But yeah, right? Doesn't it? It sounds like those, doesn't it, Thomas?
Twit clippings.
It sounds like that, doesn't it? It does sound like that, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, how would I know how to do anything like that? I wouldn't know anything about those things. I would never be able to figure out how to do something just like that, would I? But with my own spin on it. No, not me. Never. That's not me at all. Anyways, let's do it.
I'm hetero. As a heterosexual, this is the month that everyone should recognize and celebrate my sexuality, which has always been a fantasy of mine. It's kind of hot. What do I take the most pride in? My values, my accomplishments, my morals, how I treat people. No, I take the most pride in where I stick my penis. Women. I think vaginas are terrific. Yes, I think corporations should do special hetero logos for this month. I mean, it's their job to make me feel sexually validated. And if they don't, I'll take my business elsewhere. Okay? As great as this month is, some people don't like to celebrate. They're like, oh, sexuality is something that should be expressed privately. Well, public displays of sexuality are a real turn on for me. And I need to use other people for that, with or without their consent, because it honors my bravery as a person. Yeah, I just live a few houses down. I have a penis between my legs. This is locked. Sexuality is the last thing that should be private. It's not that hard to celebrate Hetero Pride Month. All you have to do is ask yourself, how can I sexualize everything I do? It's appropriate. This is the month to be loud and proud. Last night I told this lady, I'm hetero, like aggressively. Vaginas are just where it's at for me. And she was like, I'm just trying to sell you Girl Scout cookies. And I was like, how can you when you don't know this about me? So she started crying and I was proud. So empowering. Hey, how's it going, neighbor? I'm aroused by women. I honestly don't understand why some people have to be so heterophobic and not be interested in my sexuality this month. It's like when a guy goes to a park and exposes his private parts to a stranger. What's wrong with that?
It makes the stranger feel violated.
Violated? Why can't they be interested? Show some solidarity with me, bigot. Wonder why they call them private parts. Doesn't make sense. You think they'd be called public parts. I think they should do a remake of Brokeback Mountain for my community. Little hetero representation would be nice. It's one thing if you make everything about you, that kind of makes you a narcissist. But if you make everything about your sexuality, what's that?
Perverted.
Brave. Hey, do you want to know where I like to stick my penis?
No, not at all.
Well, I want you to know.
Get away from me, creep.
In women.
I'm calling the cops.
I'm being brave.
Okay.
That's discrimination right there. Because I'm hetero. Well, not watching the NBA anymore. Their logo's not catering to my sex drive. Yes, sexuality is a basic physiological function that all animals in nature have. But I take pride in my other physiological functions as well, like bowel movements. Like a month for that too. My penis is attracted to vaginas. This is what I base my identity on because I want to get the most out of life. And hopefully this month can inspire many others to do the same. It's no mystery. We're living in a world where...
Nice.
Yo, dude, you hear about this auto pen scandal? No, I've been identifying this staff. I haven't heard anything. Yeah, looks like Trump's investigating whoever was running the auto pen for treason. It's gonna get him. Oh, pussy. Not so fast. Biden just released a statement to clear the air. What's it say? Let me be clear. I made the decisions during my presidency. I made the decisions about the pardons, executive orders, legislation, and proclamations. Any suggestions that I didn't is ridiculous and false. Joe Biden. Did he write that himself? No, it definitely wasn't him, but it sounds true. Yeah, I think if someone else writes him a statement regarding the scandal about other people writing his signature with an auto pen, and it sounds true, then not guilty as far as I'm concerned. Politically speaking, I'm very pro auto pen. Yeah? Oh yeah. In fact, I got a Biden signature auto pen off Amazon. I've been using it all the time. For what? Well, let's just say that Joe Biden co-signed on my loan for this house. He leased me a new Tesla, and he just signed up for 35 new credit cards for me to use. That is very generous of him to make those decisions. Yeah, you'd be surprised at the size of loans you can get when you have a former president as your co-signer. But do you know what I think is the real scandal? Gravity? No. Well, yes, but... obviously, but no, this whole Epstein thing. What? You know how we haven't gotten new information about that case in years? Yeah, due process takes a while. Right, but get this. With Epstein, I'm starting to think that something fishy is going on. Stop. I really do. You are insane. I know, but I just feel like I have this hunch. Like Kash Patel was promising to release the Epstein files on day 1 in the FBI. Now it's like day 97, and he hasn't done it. Yeah, it's not day 1 anymore. He didn't say he was going to do it on day 97. And Bongino was calling corruption in the case for years, but then he enters the FBI, changes his tune, comes out on Fox News and says, I've seen the files. Epstein definitely didn't kill himself. How can you argue with that? He saw the file. Well, if there was something fishy going on, why would it be in the file? Did the file say there was something not in the file? The file did not say that. Well, there you go. If there was something not in the file that should have been in the file, that would have been in the file. Or if something happened where the FBI played a role in killing Epstein or covered it up to make it look like a suicide, that would have been in the file. When crimes are committed to cover up even bigger crimes, the least that you'd expect is well-documented record keeping about the whole thing. I was thinking about this all wrong. I feel stupid. Oh, I didn't want to make you feel stupid. Why don't we go buy you a new truck to make you feel better? You're going to buy me a new truck? No, Biden is. I'm bringing the auto in. Such a...
There you go. I'll tell you what, though. I watched their interview on that, and they said they're going to, they're going to show the video. So, I think that people... I don't know. I watched the interview and I believe him. So we'll see what happens with that. But I know that everybody got it in their head that it had to happen that way because of the circumstances and all that stuff. But that he had tried to do the same thing earlier, and that's why he was in the situation he was in. He had already tried it once, so that's something that was never, I guess, brought up before. That they actually stopped him from doing it before. So. I don't know. There was a lot of. They said that they found this whole vault of information that the last group had hidden, like a hidden room full of stuff, and they're going through all that stuff. So they said that his job is just to bring it and release it. So that's all he can do. So I guess we're gonna get to know that eventually, anyways.
Okay, how we doing today?
Oh,
Moonflower, straight jacket. Is that actually your name?
Yeah.
Did you make it up yourself?
Yep. Moonflower. It fits my personality really well.
Flowers don't grow on the moon. It's a really stupid name. Maybe the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But what brings you in today, sport?
Oh, my family forced me to come.
Oh, how come?
They think I'm so liberal that something's wrong with me.
Now, why would they think that?
Well, they think I'm weak mentally, weak physically. I blame other people for my problems. I play the role of the victim all the time. And they say that my worldview is making me depressed, anxious, irritable, fatigued, and mean to people. I'm losing muscle, starting to look like a woman. And they say I take no self-responsibility, fear discomfort, have no courage, and don't know how to think critically.
Mm-hmm.
It's what they say, but I don't see any of it.
No self-awareness either.
What?
How long have these symptoms been happening?
What you call symptoms, I call virtues.
And delusions of grandeur. But yeah, how long?
About 5 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just checking your blood work here.
You heard nothing.
That's what I suspected.
Why?
I've never seen it this bad.
Is something wrong with me?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Just looking at the cause here.
What is it?
Well, you're not liberal. You're low testosterone.
Huh?
You're just low T. All the symptoms you've been haunting the people around you with are actually symptoms of low testosterone. You're not liberal. You're just low T.
I am too a liberal.
Nope. Sorry, Moonfart. You're not. We've been seeing this across the board. The last 40 years, T levels in men have dropped by 50%. And then they start solidarity with stupid stuff that has nothing to do with them because they don't have optimal male hormone levels.
I'm not a man.
That's another symptom of men with low T. Anyway, this massive drop in T levels causes men to behave like unhinged liberals. Well, that's all right. We can just normalize your testosterone levels and you'll be healthy and thriving.
Actually, I think high testosterone is the problem. It causes toxic masculinity.
Nope, you're a moron. Low T levels cause toxic behavior.
Prove it.
Well,
look at you.
You. It's really an alarming decline. Today, the average 22-year-old man has the same testosterone levels as a 67-year-old man did in the year 2000. And you have the levels of a baby bird.
Really?
The baby bird.
God. Female baby bird.
Maybe I am a bird.
We can remedy all this. We'll put you on a protocol to optimize your levels, have you come back in a month, see how you're doing. What do you say, baby bird?
Fine, but it's not going to work.
All right, Moonflower, how's it going? It's John. Very good. All right, let me check some things here. Let's see. Calluses, embraces discomfort. By the way, you're late for your appointment. Yeah, I apologize. I didn't account for traffic. It's my fault. Didn't blame system of oppression. Now has self-responsibility. Latest blood work. T levels are looking perfect. Oh, and while you're here, we're going to need to get you up to date on your boosters. You can go yourself. Critical thinking is now good. Well, confirmed. You were never a liberal, my friend, just low T. You're cured now. Thanks, Doc. I mean, you were really psychotic. Blue hair, feminist, victim mentality, rage screaming. You were very pathetic. Yeah, don't tell anybody about that, or you'll be sorry. That a boy.
Nice.
My friend.
Well done. Well done. Well done.
Love it.
Well done. So let's spend a little bit of time here just chit-chatting. We've watched some videos tonight and all that fun stuff. But we got these wonderful people here with us like Heidi and Wolfram and Jacob and all kinds. Thomas, you're out there, all kinds of people here. As we bring it on home. Bring it on home. What's up, guys? Oh, did you guys know John Popper is on his way out? I got word through the grapevine. He's not looking so hot these days. John Popper from Blues Traveler.
Ah, okay.
Yep, he's in the hospital. That's you'll be probably hearing about that pretty soon. But yeah, yep, poor Popper. Yep. Let's see what else is out there, guys. Let's talk. We're gonna get ready to wrap it up here. I'm getting hungry, hot, and all kinds of fun stuff like that. But I wanted to spend some more time with you. Thank you. Like I always said, Shelly is one of the most perceptive people I've ever met. Honest, true and true.
Excellent.
What's been going on, Jacob?
Yep.
What's been going on? Harmonica legend. That's right. He is. Yeah, he's getting ready to go meet up with the boss man here pretty soon. But he had a wonderful career. We can appreciate him for his music and all that stuff. What else we got, guys? Let's see. Anything you guys want to talk about? Anything that you guys want to ask me about, talk about? This is your time. This is your time. You may watch you may watch Andor, the second season of Andor. That was pretty good. If you're into that stuff, we enjoyed that. That was great. It's actually Nebraska is 104-day actual temperature. Yeah, it was in the 90s here. Summer is finally here. It's been raining like every day for a long time.
Day.
I think that's part of that. We're through that rainy entrance into summer.
Thomas Anderson.
I did hear about that.
I saw the Tim Pool thing.
Yeah, the only thing I heard about it was from Tim Pool. Probably echoes, man. I wouldn't think too much of it, but
hilarious.
Tim thinks that he doesn't think that he talks about this pole ship thing, but he doesn't really seem to understand how the poles work on Earth. So
no,
it's kind of there's actually 3 poles, believe it or not, and none of them are going to cause the Earth to flip. So don't expect a wild ride here anytime soon. Things flipping around. He's going down an interesting little path recently. In his maybe he'll figure out eventually about the grift thing. He did bring up not too long ago. He probably started figuring out. He goes, I think that's why they try to demoralize the country so bad so they can control it. I'm like, man, how many years have I been saying this?
You think?
And this he hasn't called it. He just doesn't know that it's if he can put it in the abuse category, he's going to start to see that third and fourth veil pretty clearly. We'll see. Like I said, Tim eventually gets it. He's just kind of like slowing the uptake. Yeah, we've missed seeing you guys. We've missed you guys too. Definitely missed you, Memento.
Yep.
But things change, times change, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes here in the future. What's to come and what may be, and all that stuff.
I did not know we were going live tonight. He told me like 2 hours before we went live. I was like, okay. He's like, yeah, we're streaming tonight. Okay. All right, whatever you say. Where you go, so goes my nation. So here we are.
Yeah, I figured why not, man. It's a good weekend to do it. I've been promising. It's been about 15 days since I last streamed. So why not jump in, see how everybody's doing, catch up. Let you guys know we're still alive and well. And
we're both in good moods, high energy, or at least energy. You had high energy. I just had energy. It was a good night to do it. It was. There goes Thomas with the facts. Where'd you go, dude?
That's right. That's right. Right. Yep.
People think it's like adding water to a bathtub. Like it's just gonna keep rising and rising and rising. Like, really? Yeah, you're gonna be able to watch it. God. Anyway, climate change doesn't worry me. Yeah, I'd be more worried if the climate didn't change, right? That's how I feel, Memento. You said something earlier. You were like, these are like you mentioned a couple things. I can't change them. I can't change them. I can't affect them, so I'm not going to worry about them. And that's a really good way to look at it because there's so much you cannot do anything about because it's so big. And you just got to be like, you know what? I just got to ride it out and hope for the best. That's it. I mean, what are you going to do? They're like, oh, you got to give this up and you got to give that. None of that is proven to do anything. How about you stop burning stuff? Stop burning down all the damn forests. Oh, all these trees. Oh, all those oxygen giving trees. God help us. I'm surrounded by trees.
So nothing ever came of the pyramid stuff. That was funny.
Nope.
Like we knew it wouldn't.
No.
Oh, the grifters. The grifters.
Man, we didn't have nearly enough zebra alerts.
Right?
Not nearly enough. Well, yeah, they're seeing a lot more greenery in the desert. I mean, it's bound to happen. Everything goes in cycles. I don't know why everybody's so like shocked and shaken. Oh my God. Yeah, it's happened before many, many times. Many times. That's how those, fossils and shit got there. It's always about the revolution. I mean, part of what bothers me about like this whole conflict going on now is everybody's, oh, this, that, this side, that side, those 2 sides, 3 sides, 4 sides, that whole faction, all of them have been fighting for millennia upon millennia. It literally goes back to biblical times. So like, I don't know why they're like, oh, they're fighting. They're always fighting. They're never going to not fight unless they wipe each other out. And even then, they'll find a way. They'll crawl back 2 people at a time and start the war all over again. And I guarantee they don't even remember what it started over. Like it goes so far back, they can't trace it all the way back. They can't find the root of it. That's just fighting just a fight. Pyramid stuff just disappeared. Yep. By the way, if y'all have not seen, please check out Snipperoony's channel. He has been doing a lot of live streams and a lot of little videos, and they're very interesting. So I would very much appreciate it if you go and subscribe to him and watch his videos. And Snipperoony, you keep doing what you do, and you just get a little closer to that microphone, and you put a little more oomph in your voice, and you're good to go, dude. You're doing very well. I'm very proud of you.
Pick it up and run with it, man.
Hell yeah. He's got some real talent, like painting talent. Oh my goodness. Like he's really good. He makes like decoys and very cool. Very cool.
Right on, guys. Well, man, I really appreciate each and every one of you being here tonight, man. Sure do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to send you over to Baja's Goat Central. Goat Nation coming up.
Goat fucking farm.
Yep. Make sure you tell everybody Goat Evening when you get there. Snipperoony doing a great job. Making sure Heidi, you're doing a great job over there, making sure people have a goat time. And we're going to get on out of here, and we're going to, do all that. But guys, thanks so much for being here tonight. I don't have a jam on out for us this evening. But we got a small crowd right here. So I'll just go ahead and send you guys on over. Let me see. Make it get here.
You guys.
I hope you guys have a great time. Wherever you do. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks, maybe. I don't know if Shelly's schedule is, but I'll probably be back in a couple weeks, do another winning Saturday night or something. If I don't come up with something before then, I got to figure out how my new schedule is going to go. You know, and that's it. But guys, thanks so much for being here this evening. Thanks to everybody that's super chatted. And I will see you guys soon. We'll see you guys soon. And until next time, you guys stay based and keep on winning.
Mwah. Night, guys.
This is a friendship that